This is the Andy Citron Injury Attorneys Friday Night Rivals, presented by Alabama Power.
Week 5 of the high school football season, and it's our first foray into 5A football for a matchup of two undefeated teams in region play as the Jackson Aggies travel south to come down here to Pritchard tonight to take on the Viger Wolves, the runner-up in 5A last year. Good evening. I'm Jim Cox. My partners, as always, Dan Brennan and Vic Lockett down here on the field as we get ready for this one here tonight. Dan, we're going to see some young athletes on this Viger team because they had to replace so much from that great team from last year.
They had a great team last year, right, Vic? One of the best they've had in a long time, and lost by 1 to Central Clay, and tough loss. Yep. They put it behind them, and a lot of those kids are gone because they graduated 25 seniors from that a year ago. That's a lot of talent gone.
This Jackson team is really fast, we've heard. That's what other coaches have told us, and that's what Coach Flournoy, who just moved down here to Jackson, replacing Coach Powell, he said that they got speed on the outside, but they also got speed at the quarterback position.
Yeah, this kid's good, man. His name is Dejon Hunt. Now, he's a senior quarterback, but he played a lot of, everywhere. He's been a wide receiver, he's been a DB. He's really shown to be a very more than capable quarterback. You see his throwing numbers right there, but also he can take it down. He can put that ball under his arm and go. So they spread you out with 4 wide receivers. This guy pulling the trigger, but you'll also see some quarterback run, designed just for him.
Yeah, they have a lot of speed, but so does Viger, as they do every year. Vic Lockett. So let's, on the defensive side of the football, Viger was so great last year. They've been so great on defense since Coach Scott has been here now in year 5, and they got a really talented kid. You're going to talk about him on that side of the ball, but we're going to see him on offense as well.
You're exactly right. The key to this kid is versatility, just like Jim's guy or Dan's guy. And I tell you what, he's going to be all over the field. He's going to play defense. He's going to play offense. He's going to cover their best guy. I mean, he's going to do everything but bring the water out. Very good kid, I understand. Honor student as well. Offers from LSU, Georgia, and USA, and just about everybody else in the SEC. So he is a talent, and I think he's going to be an impact. If we're not talking about him at the end of the game, that means this game didn't go Vikings well.
Yeah, 6'2", 205, just a wonderful young man. He was our guest on the pregame show, and just had a nice chat with him on the field. Dan and I did as well. So you'll enjoy watching him play tonight as well. Kickoff coming up next, Jackson and Viger. Viger has won the last 3 of these matchups as Jackson, that's how they came down here. Came from Jackson, got off at the off-ramp there, and they're here at Pritchard Stadium, and kickoff comes up right after this. Home team, the Viger Wolves playing host to the Jackson Aggies tonight, and we're about ready to kick this one off here at Pritchard Stadium. Jackson coming down 3-0 on the year. Viger 2-1, but both teams 2-0 in this early season big 5A region matchup. High short kick taken at the 40 and out to the 44. Viger with great starting field position. And let's go down to Amanda Booz. She's on the sideline. Good evening, Amanda.
Good evening. Yes, great start, and I feel great energy here at Pritchard Stadium. Now, it's already week 5, Viger Wolves against the Jackson Aggies, and I got a chance to speak to the new coach, Coach Flournoy, who said it's been a smooth transition for him as the new coach. He is saying that, you know what, this team is amazing. He's super excited about this. He's coming after veteran Coach Powell, and he hopes to follow in that footstep of Coach being a Hall of Famer and just a great coach overall. Thank you so much, Jim. Back to you.
First play of the game goes out to Sydney Williams, that we talked so much about on the pregame show, and Vic talked about him as well. We'll highlight him on defense, but you see him there offensively. And there's Coach Derek Scott, 5th year. What a job he has done here at Viger. See the impressive record, 39-15, and he's 23-3 in the region in his tenure here at Viger as well.
He beats the people that know him best.
Yep. So a loss of 3 on first down. This is the freshman running back, Michael Towner. He slips as he's tripped up with great penetration coming in there for the Jackson Aggies. Let's look at this Viger offense. McCray, Bowler, Pritchett, Scott, and Marshall up front. We got some talent on the outside as well. Tyshawn Jones, Paul Jackson, big good-looking receiver, 6'2", 205. You see Williams on the other side. Labazon, the big tight end. You got Towner in the backfield, and Brennan May Jordan, the sophomore quarterback. 3rd and 15 as the Wolves have been behind the sticks since this possession started. May Jordan rolls out, fires it on the Viger sidelines, and incomplete. And the Jackson defense will force a 3 and out. Tylen Campbell. Jackson plays a lot of kids both ways, especially the skill positions. McGee, Jackson, and Hamilton up front. Titus Cades, the linebacker. Keontae Pritchett also there. You'll see Bell on offense. Daffin, we'll see him on offense as well. Look good. There's a backup in the backfield. Scooby Leverett, Pritchett, and Campbell. Routed out Thaddeus Williams on to punt for the Wolves. Jackson's blocked 4 punts already this year, and it's not a great punt, so the Wolves cannot do anything offensively, but they might get another chance here as you look at Cody Flournoy, the new coach, as there's a penalty flag. And it's going to be a roughing the kicker call against Jackson. Wow, your defense.
They make a stop and make a mistake on the 4th down.
Let's see here. It was
right in front of the ref, and he immediately pitched the flag out.
A personal foul. Roughing the kicker on the defense. 15 yards, previous spot, first down.
Rick Jackson, our referee, so
they get a refresh on downs.
Yeah, with that penalty, I want to tell you that you can switch to Metro by T-Mobile now. Take advantage of the best deal in wireless only at Metro. See stores for details and conditions. And wow, that's can't give extra possessions to a team like Viger, especially when you're on the road here. And now they're into Jackson territory, and Towner, again, the freshman running back, 6'1", 220, big banging back. He's got 164 yards coming in it tonight, 2 touchdowns on the season.
Looks every bit of the man he is.
Says a lot, too. He's one of the captains for tonight's game as just a freshman.
Wow. Shows some leadership.
Labazon in the slot. And May Jordan loads one tackler, and they chucks the football out, but they're going to say he was down. It's great penetration by Glover Jackson coming in there from his nose position. And May Jordan tried to get away, then tried to get away with it. And well, this Jackson defense has come to play early on here, fellas.
Yeah, they have one positive play by Viger so far. Everything else has had the Jackson defense on the Viger side of the line of scrimmage.
Glover Jackson, the leading tackler on this Aggie squad, and he adds to it there with his first sack of the year.
Yeah, I talked with the coach about him. He's undersized and just a football player in the middle playing that zero technique. It's going to be fun to watch.
3rd and 7. Quick out on the far side to Sidney Williams. And Williams breaks one tackle at the 45, still on his feet, throws off a would-be tackler, still on his feet, and he's got a first down and more to the 25-yard line. That's a highlight for Sidney Williams, the senior. Vic highlighted him on the defensive side of the football. We said we want to talk about him offensively. Watch this play.
But he crosses the entire field, and he does it through a lot of traffic. He's a big kid, but you can see he's competitive too, Jim, because he stiff arms and fights off Jackson defenders to the very end.
And Scooby Leverett that he threw off, he's 6 foot, 185 pounds. It's not like he was throwing off a little DB there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen 3 stiff arms in one play.
Let's see what the call is here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be against Viger, but he still needs to maintain that for a highlight for certain.
Wow.
That'll turn some more recruiters' eyes.
Another Metro by T-Mobile flag here.
How many more teams can get on board for this kid? He's about out of room.
Hadn't got the built for
5 yards.
Yeah, they're going to call him on the face mask, I think, right at the end of the play. You saw it there.
Wow, cost him the first.
But, yeah, he's got a host of folks after him, including Nebraska, who I failed to mention at the top of the broadcast.
Yeah, he
got a handful right there.
He might be fortunate he only got 5 on that one. So 3rd and 7 now for the Wolves. Bit of a low snap. May Jordan looks and overthrows Williams. If you had a chance to see our pregame show, you just saw how delightful a young man. Williams is honor student. Great in the classroom. great on the field. They like him at the next level defensively. And Dan, you were saying a lot of look at him as a corner, 6'2", 205, and that's a big corner.
That's a
That's
safety.
what they want these days, though.
Yeah, you got to match up against those big wideouts.
Exactly.
But it's tough to find kids that have got that skill set at that size.
If only he were physical. We just saw in that last run, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
He'd get arrested if he was more physical.
Jamal Pritchard back to receive the punt. And again, not a great kick by the Wolves, and this one will roll out of bounds at the 25. And so now we'll see the Jackson offense. See this young Viger defense as well. There's Coach Cody Flournoy. Dan, I don't know if you know this, but Flournoy is French for flower.
It is French for flower.
I'm not sure if you knew that or not.
And I happen to know all about that. But really have had a good time getting to know Cody in the last couple of days.
Spent 2 years at Beulah, turned that program around. They had the most wins, I think, in 25 years last year. And so wasn't looking for a job, was living on the lake in a cabin in Beulah with his wife and 3 kids, and Jackson came calling.
Right outside of Opelika.
On the keeper hunt. We'll pick up a couple here before he's wrapped up. He does that a lot. 161 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns thus far on the year. Creighton Campbell, Horn, Autry, and DJ Jones, 6'8", 267. And that's a legit, we saw him on the field before the game.
Yeah.
Legit on that size. Pritchett and Leverett, the wide receivers. And you'll see them on the other side of the ball we talked about as well. And you got Bryson Bell in the backfield, their leading rusher. Keontae Pritchett, who also plays defensively. In the backfield, play clock down to 2. They get it off on the option. They pitch it back to Pritchett. He goes up the far sidelines and drops the shoulder close to the stick. It's going to be real close, depending on the spot there. Viger defense. Summers, Marks, and Tucker, young up front, but their linebackers have played well, including the sophomore Daniels, Jones, Caldwell, and Quentin Summers. And the secondary, Devontae Harris, has been really solid back there at cornerback. Had 2 interceptions last week. Wooten, Beck, and Williams, who we've talked so much about so far here. Keontae Pritchett pushes the pile ahead, and he's going to pick up 11. So on first down, straight ahead off the right side, and
that
another
was that
big
old
running
counter
back.
trade from the Washington Redskins, and they were successful with it.
Yeah. I guess Jackson's got their own hogs up front, too. They're blocking well.
215-pound junior running back there, Pritchett.
He'll make you pay.
Now Bell checks in on first down, and Hunt going to keep it, and nowhere to go. Is great pursuit there by the Wolves, and brought down by the sophomore we just talked about, Abraham Daniels, his second tackle for a loss on the season. Good-looking sophomore linebacker there for this Viger team.
Either team really getting a chance to untrack their speed on offense so far, but we're seeing the speed on defense. And for Jackson, it's a lot of the same personnel.
Wonder how that'll play on later in the evening.
Yeah.
2nd and 16, Hunt. That one bobbled by Bell, but he's able to hold on to it, and nothing doing there as Daniels is again right there.
Yeah, he's bursting the bubble of that screen they're trying to set up.
But for sophomore Daniels, he flashes. He looks good. 200 pounds already, outside linebacker. A lot of closing speed.
And we'll get our first heat timeout here. Scoreless at Pritchard Stadium. Viger and Jackson tonight on the Andy Citron Injury Attorneys Friday Night Rivals, presented by Alabama Power. Halfway through the opening quarter, scoreless here between Jackson and Viger. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett. Amanda Booz on the sideline. David Sharp, our statistician. Jared Kihos and his crew in the truck as they try to come over the middle looking for Scooby Leverett there, and that one incomplete.
That looks like an RPO. Got that lineman downfield, and between the receiver and the quarterback, they were the only ones knew it was a pass.
Yeah, and they'll run some RPO with this quarterback. He's had some success with it.
Almost connected there.
Yeah.
It's a wee bit high.
This is Chris Jones on to punt. Sidney Williams and Tyshawn Jones back deep for Viger. Jones with the punters have not put up great punts here tonight, but Sidney Williams will take that one and still takes a host of Aggies to bring him down. You knew he wasn't going to let that one just bounce and roll away. He was going to make sure he got it in his hands and tried to make a play.
That's that overconfidence of that young age, right?
Yeah, other local games last night. Floman's at #1 in the state. Rolled St. Michael's last night. Washington County and Leroy. Theodore and Bryant tonight. Boy, Alma Bryant, they could use a win in the worst way. Theodore off that great 4-0 start. Mary G and McGill, Foley and Baker tonight. Davidson and Fairhope, 2 other teams really need to win in 7A. Robertsdale and Saraland. St. Paul's and Gulf Shores up 6-0 early on St. Paul's. BC Rain and Spanish Fort. Baldwin County and Blunt. Blunt's up big in that one already in the first quarter. And Towner out to the 41-yard line. Saw Glover give Towner a little pat on the head. Those two will be banging helmets all night.
Towner's got a big offensive line in front of him, Jim, and he's a big guy himself.
Second and 5 for the Wolves as just a sophomore, Brennan May Jordan. Looks like he's going to keep that one. We get a whistle. That was an odd time whistle. It wasn't delay a game. Must have been.
It was a false start?
Yeah, had to be.
False start on the offense. 5 yards. Replay, second down.
So you pick up 6 on first down, then back up 5. And again, you're playing a bit behind the sticks here early on for the Viger offense. Viger, of course, lost to Blunt in week 1. Just such an emotional game and a tough time here for Viger with the loss of their teammate. And they've come back and won their last 2 in the region here as they
really feel like they let that one get away.
Looking for Williams down the near side. Broken up as Scooby Leverett came over. No, correct myself, that's Jamal Pritchett who came over and knocked that one away as they had him double teamed.
Yeah, big time play by Jamal there just to come over there and get that paw in front of that ball because that looked like a perfect back shoulder pass.
Wow. Read that one the whole way. And yeah, when Williams is split out wide, he's going to draw some attention.
They should.
Yeah, I think the safety was shaded a little bit that way, and it's a good idea.
3rd and 9 for the Wolves. May Jordan rolls out again, looking same play, fires off. This time he's able to get it complete to Williams, and he's got the first down just inside the 50, making the 49-yard line of the Aggies in a 3rd down conversion here for the Viger Wolves.
Tony toe tap there, didn't you think, Dan?
Yeah, toe tap and good hands too. Watch how he catches it with his hands like that.
Drag both his feet.
That was good on Sunday.
Exactly. I'm about to say in the NFL.
And he'll come out and get a breather.
One of the few times. Maybe favoring some. Let's hope he's okay.
Devontae Harris, starting cornerback, now replaces Williams, split out to the bottom of the screen. First down here for the Wolves. Towner. Flag comes in. There's a whole host of white jerseys there.
Well, did they jump cross early? Because I tell you what, that play was dead to rights before it got going. They were trying to run a little counter thing. But as he countered back, he ran into Jackson players.
I thought I saw a flag come.
It's probably one of those quick Jackson players with the yellow helmets.
I thought the side judge tossed one in there, but no such thing, so a loss of 1. Paul Jackson, good-looking receiver for the Wolves at the top of the screen, 6'2", 205. And
this time, there's no aberration. There was a flag.
That's it. Another Metro by T-Mobile flag.
A dead ball. Encroachment on the offense. 5 yards. Previous spot. Replay, second down.
Switch over to T-Mobile now. Stop at one of the Metro locations to find about the great offers they've got going on. And 2nd and 15 coming up. Well, our new sponsor is very happy. They're very happy early on here.
They gave the 5 right back there.
Exactly.
Just gave it right back to
They
them.
giveth and taketh away.
How about that?
It's like watching a Thursday night NFL game.
Just don't start tweeting like Brady did.
We don't want anybody going to sleep like Brady did in the second quarter last night.
And I don't know how our weather ended up in Jacksonville. It looked like the same thing I was seeing.
And how it
outside
skipped the Eastern
window.
Shore on the way there. I don't know either.
know.
Towner. Few yards, hard earned as he'll pick up 4 as he pushed the pile.
Yeah, I don't think if you don't squeeze his ankles together, he's just not going to go down.
No.
Not on the first, nor the second, or third contact.
He may not be the skinny ankle running
No,
type.
he's
big
not.
Lockett.
But you better get those thick ankles together, or
That's
he's
right.
going to keep trucking.
Ronnie McGee made the stop for the Aggies as we're still scoreless here in the opening quarter. May Jordan's completed 61% of his passes coming in tonight's game. No interceptions on the year. 351 yards. And that one didn't get snapped before another Metro T-Mobile flag.
False start. Offense. 5 yards. Replay third down.
There'll be a lot of discontent along the line of scrimmage before this game goes much further because you got people banging each other before the play even starts, both sides.
Third and 9.
Look across the way, Nace Crad has made it down from Jackson, Alabama, up in Clark County.
May Jordan. Now he's going to pull it down and keep it. Looks to get to the line. Got to the 45, and he's wrapped up there. He's going to be short.
Yeah, I think he looked downfield and saw pretty decent coverage and said, well, I got a block right here on the edge. I can get around there, huh, Dan?
Yeah, he saw a decent lane, but these teams kind of are mirrors of each other. You know, you watch the defensive pursuit with the speed, and both teams are able to apply that and keep that gain at a minimum and not a first down.
Yep. Daffin came over to make the stop.
Lanes appear and lanes disappear.
They do quickly.
Yes.
Williams do. Punt. Low kick with not much distance, but he'll check up around the 24-yard line. See Jackson's offense come back out here. If you want to reach out to Vic, Dan, Jim, Amanda, any of us, send us a message. Hey guys at utv44.com. You can shoot us an email. Brought to you by our friends at Craneworks. Or if you'd like to not ask us about football, ask about crane recommendations. The three of us, we can chime in on
where to go,
how much hydraulic lift you need and things on a, or we can have them call our friends Craneworks.
Now you can toss that one to me. And if you only want to reach out to Amanda, we do understand.
No question.
I've heard a lot of great feedback about her, man. They're doing a great job with it.
Glad to have her.
Yep, glad she's on the board.
On our team this year. Hunt pulls it down, looking to get out to the left side, trying to get to the edge, and there's a flag. This one's probably going to come back for a T-Mobile holding call, and now a flag at the end as well. Not sure if that was a tackle, maybe out of bounds.
I thought the first one was going to be a edgy block in the back, but I thought it was all good. But apparently they thought different. Then he got another block downfield.
It's going to be up at the top of your screen. The flag's
right
going to come.
there.
I don't think that was it.
No, I don't think that was
oh,
the
yeah,
fence,
well,
but that one's well out of bounds there at the end.
Quentin Summers with a late hit there. You're right. That flag was all the way outside the far hash, Vic. It wasn't like the interior of the line where you would think a traditional holding call.
Yeah, I think originally the first one was going to be a block in the back, probably.
Hunt showed some good wheels.
Yep. 2 Team Metro by T-Mobile flags on this play. Let's get it sorted out.
We have multiple fouls on the play. We have a live ball, block in the back, on the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Then we have a dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the defense, 15 yards.
So they'll mark it back 10, and then they'll add the 15.
Total of 25?
On that, no. One on each.
Net gain of 5 yards, and I believe that'd be a first down, right? Also?
It'd be just
automatic
short,
first down on a personal foul?
So they got to get the...
Not a first down.
Repeat the first down. How about that?
To the near side and complete. See the nice arm there of Hunt as he's able to get that one off to Keyshawn Taylor. Move the chains again. Sprint out to the right. Good catch by Taylor to pull that in. Backfield Bell trying to spin away. He's got his quarterback Hunt out there looking to throw a block, and now a flag comes in as Bell stood up at the end of that play there. Boy, Hunt was out there looking to hit somebody, Dan Brennan.
And I think he did hit somebody. That may have been the flag. I thought it was a legal block, but it was across the field. Maybe he got the back right there. Yeah, he did. And they caught him, which they usually do.
Yeah, Quentin Lee was the cornerback that drew the flag, a Metro T-Mobile flag, and we have had a lot of those here in the first 10.5 minutes.
Now holding on the offense.
Nope.
10 yards, spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Coach Flournoy scratching his head, and Coach Scott doing some of the same over on this side.
Yeah.
First and long again. Hunt rolling out, looking, fires, and again, we get another nice completion over there to Keyshawn Taylor. Looks like he's maybe one of those quarterbacks a little more comfortable rolling out.
Rolling out, and they just have a concept of kind of a three-level concept with a receiver not far and all on this side of the field. Maybe 5 yards down, 10 yards down, and deeper, and he just
hits the level that's open.
Yep,
Yeah.
he just delivers where he thinks the guy's got the best chance.
And also rolling out to this side away from Sidney Williams' side of the field.
Nice move.
Now they'll look to go that way. They go right in the middle. And Taylor's going to have another reception. He's going to have a first down up to the 45-yard line. Impressive through the air thus far on this drive for Hunt. Let's see if they get another. They're going to have to get one more snap off here. To bring Pritchett back in the backfield. Taylor will stay in the slot.
They're going to take a shot deep here.
Look out. Trying to get a little bubble screen to the near side. Making a move is Tylen Campbell, and up the sidelines he goes. We talked about that speed on the outside, but he did step out.
Oh, man.
Inside the 20, but it's going to be a first down.
He had a free lane there. Just couldn't keep his balance to stay in bounds. Huh?
Well, it almost looked like it was going to be a pick.
Yeah. Then it turned into a big play for the offense.
Pickup of 19.
Well, they've got the speed, and they definitely know how
Got
to
some
use
size
it.
as well. Oh, wow.
Way early, huh?
When DJ Jones starts moving at 6'8", 267.
Ain't no stopping him.
And you can close your eyes and know he's moving.
Start on the offense. 5 yards. Replay first.
Another Metro by T-Mobile flag on the Aggies here.
Big, good-looking prospect, isn't he?
He really is.
I mean, my belly's bigger than his.
Is that a source of pride?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Shame.
In the backfield. Pritchett not going anywhere, so that'll bring the first quarter to a close. A scoreless first quarter, but it's not been a lacking action first quarter of play here tonight. Through one at Pritchett Stadium. Friday Night Rivals brought to you by Andy Citron Injury Attorneys and presented by Alabama Power. We're going to hear more from them later on in the broadcast with Amanda as well. Scoreless in a 5A Region 1 matchup. Viger Wolves playing host the Jackson Aggies tonight here. 5A Region 1 matchup. Both teams 2-0 in region plays. We're in week 5 of the season here. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Walker, Amanda Booz on the sideline. David Sharp, our statistician. And Jared Quijas in the truck with his whole huge crew here for Friday Night Rivals as Hunt rolls out, wants to change course, and now does. And he's pointing downfield, wants to unload this one to the end zone and just overthrown as he was trying to find Anthony Daffin, his leading receiver 2 weeks ago.
That was a nice play by our pregame guest. Nice job on the fly, making a play, and almost turned it into 6.
See what we had there in the first quarter. Scoreless. And looks like we got another penalty. Here, this one going to be walked off against the Viger Wolves. 15-yard.
Yeah, when that quarterback scrambles around, it is almost so tempting to just lay him out when you get there, even if you are a beat late, Dan.
So it was a hit on the quarterback?
Yes, for roughing the passer. So I've been in that no-man's zone and just went ahead and took the penalty. See if we can.
I'll bet you did.
Because I've ran all night behind you, and then I don't get anything to chop on once I get there.
Somebody's going to pay.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Cedric Wooden took the few extra steps there. And now Titus Caves comes over from his linebacker spot to check in at tailback behind Hunt. Hunt quickly to the near side and gets that one to Campbell, who spins away and knocked out of bounds. Make it Leverett, Scooby Leverett with a catch here and knocked out of bounds inside.
Well, these kids from Jackson have some big-time hands. I mean, they're catching all football, not against their body.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how difficult that is.
It's one thing to be fast, but you got to catch the football, too.
Absolutely.
There's a whole bunch of fast guys that
can't.
Yeah, that's why they don't play wide receiver, right?
Yeah, that's right. They're pumping gas with me.
So Hunt brings Bell back in the backfield with him, and Hunt rolling out to the right side. Wants to cut it back and nowhere to go. And we saw
the Wolves sniff that out.
Scooby Leverett make that catch 2 plays ago. Tell us more about that young man, Amanda.
Yes, I got a chance to speak to Coach Flournoy earlier, and he was really raving about Scooby Leverett, who is a transfer from Silas, and he's been one of the major playmakers of the year for his team. He said that he made a phenomenal catch in a game against Clark County that really got them out of a tight spot. So it's very important. So I like seeing that here tonight.
Yeah, he's played well. Coach Flournoy was telling us before the game as well. He likes that young man. And another one who looks good getting off the bus.
Yeah, he does.
3rd and 4 here. Trying to turn the corner and get to the outside is Bell, but the Wolves with a great job to shut that one down as Quentin
usually
Lee.
Not going to run around them. You do better trying to run under them.
Especially when there's a little discombobulation in the backfield on the handoff.
Yes.
And Quentin Lee able to shut that one down.
Too much speed by the Wolves.
And 4th and long, and they are not going to bring out the 8th grade kicker that they have, Jeremy Houston. Hunt rolls out, looking, tries to buy some time, fires it off just a little short of the sticks, but able to spin free is Scooby Leverett. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Tell you what, their quarterback has some moxie, to keep the plays alive, looking downfield, directing his guys to where to get open, and he'll get the football to him.
And it was a 3-receiver concept again. It's
those levels
complicated, but at 3 different levels, and that was the closest to the quarterback. He had to work for the first down, then got into the end zone.
And that patience, this is a young man who was a wide receiver and just started playing quarterback for the team this year, and
you wouldn't know it.
That patience, you're right. That patience is hard to come by sometimes, but now we bring on Houston, the freshman, Jeremy Houston. And it's good. And Jackson, the first score of the night on top of the home team. Viger here on Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by Andy Citron Injury Attorneys and Alabama Power. Scooby with the score. Back here at Pritchard Stadium, that was the play by Tylen Campbell that got the last drive going, and then Scooby Leverett with one there. Then here's the one with the catch, and then fought through some contact short of the sticks and got it all the way into the end zone. There's a lot to like about this Jackson team we've seen so far here in the first quarter and 2 minutes, Big Lockett.
Well, I'm not surprised. You know, those guys always had good teams, and the coach, you know, I don't have any reason for my little time with him to think that this would discontinue now that they got a new coach. But, yeah, they always scrappy and know how to play football and want to win, and just some tough guys from Jackson, Alabama.
Yeah, man, and Coach Flournoy brought in Coach Griggs as his offensive coordinator, and these guys have both have.
I enjoy speaking with him.
Yeah,
if I could keep up with him, you know.
They both
talk pretty fast.
East Alabama guys, and but now down in Southwest Alabama and adapting pretty well. But they got a team they like.
Super high and short kick at the 40-yard line. Grabbed there by Benjamin Bennett and lost his shoe on the play. Hey, we got hey guys, email Walter Thompson Jr. Good question. Says, why does Jackson play so many schools in Mobile County when they're located up in Clark County? Well, it's just because that's where the region expands to. Not enough schools in Clark County or Mobile County 5A to have their own region there.
Yeah, 5A is a pretty big school for those counties up there. And so they're a big school, so they've got to play the schools that have got higher enrollment, and a lot of those schools are down here.
So thanks, Walter, for dropping us the email. Thanks to our friends at Craneworks is now rolling out. Complete on the near side is May Jordan able to get that one off and got it off to Devontae Harris. We talked about him. He's having a great year at cornerback and now moves over on the offensive side of the ball and picks up the first down there.
And to Vic Lockett's point, another receiver who catches the ball with his hands.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah, it looks good. They're confident kids.
Brennan May Jordan. Far side throws that one up dangerously and intercepted. Came up short on the throw and picked off for the first interception this year. And Kayshawn Taylor, who's now they're going to say no. Ooh, thought he had it on the far side. That one kind of looked doomed from the get-go.
Yeah, you were scared for the young man when he let it go, and for good reason.
Yeah, I think he was looking for his wide out to kind of run more of an out, and he kind of ran an up.
Yeah.
And the defender was just waiting there, waiting on the gift.
And he tried to sell that he had the catch. He tried to sell it well that he had the catch.
He did.
Also, Towner inside the 40. Tate Creighton brought him down for the Aggies. Third down coming up here for the Wolves. Passing yards from our statistician David Sharp. Jackson was 71 through the air. Viger 52 thus far.
They both had some nice plays in the air, and then this guy on the ground that Viger's got, Towner. There's a lot to like about him.
Unless you're trying to bring him down.
Right.
Near side, broke it up and over the head. A little bit of Sidney Williams as well as Anthony Daffin got a hand on that one.
Nice job by Anthony Daffin there. Maintaining inside leverage and that inside hand to go for the football and slap it down.
So Coach Scott elects to send the punt team out here. Thaddeus Williams will punt. Viger not really been able to get much of a rhythm offensively so far.
No, not at all.
Here tonight. Jamal Pritchett is the deep man back for the Aggies. Oh, snap up, and Thaddeus Williams did a great job to go up and get that one and got a decent kickoff as well. And down.
Man, Thaddeus was awesome to get that off the rim, wasn't he?
Yeah, what a great job by Harris to go down and catch up with that one and pin the Aggies back.
You know, with the bad snap, and you said, oh, snap. Yeah, it was almost an oh, snap moment.
Williams just 5'11", but he went up and climbed the ladder to get that one.
He did. He made that rebound and got back on the ground and booted it.
Yeah, finishing up our schedule tonight, UMS right up in Clark County. Monroe County hosting Williamson, Hillcrest Evergreen, and Andalusia. T.R. Miller at home against winless Bayside Academy thus far. Thomasville and Mobile Christian, and Alberta and Excel tonight. Chickasaw and Cottage Hill. J.U. Blackshear at home, as is Choctaw County. So the rest of our games as Hunt will keep this one. It's out to the 15. We're approaching 4 minutes gone by here in the second.
Everything goes through Hunt, right? I mean, this guy really is a dual threat, and he's really, he looks like he's very comfortable running this offense.
Good senior quarterback. Yeah. Coach told me he appreciates that. That helps.
Gave this one off to Bell, and nothing doing there is DeMarcus Jones, the junior linebacker, leading tackler for this Viger Wolves squad, came up with a stop. But he just needed a couple for the first down. He's able to pick it up there. Very much undersold the success of that play, didn't I? Keep it on the right side and cuts it back to the inside for a few.
You know, we were down on the field before the game, all three of us, and I think I know I was a little surprised after the deluge we had yesterday that the field was in pretty decent shape.
Well, we had enough sun today, I can tell you that. You know, Mobile, I mean, we can have a deluge and pouring of sun the next day, but the field looks great.
Felt good to pull it down, now fires it off, able to get that one complete as he's got it back to one of his favorite targets, Scooby Leverett tonight, and good decision making there. Boy, it's tough to stop on the dime and then get that pass off, and Hunt's been impressive so far.
There's a lot to like about Hunt and Leverett too. Leverett is just kind of, he's just spunky, you know?
Yeah, he's playing backyard ball with him.
Yeah, they both are. Bringing Leverett down, no easy task.
So another first down here for the Aggies. Wasn't able to get this one, but Daffin couldn't hold on to it. And he's had that one set up, and if Daffin could catch it and turn the corner, he's got some room up the Viger sideline.
Well, this kid was a wide receiver until this year, and all I can say is for a few years, Jackson had a wide receiver that could really throw it.
In the wrong place, right?
Yeah, he looks good.
Starting quarterback for Jackson past years, a 2-year starting quarterback, so tough to break in behind him, but now he's been impressive since day one, according to Coach Flournoy.
Well, credit Coach Flournoy. He's got the folks on the bus. Looks like he's got them in the right seats.
He got him playing good when he got off the bus, too.
Quickly to the far side, goes right back to Daffin, who's got the catch. Will be a little short of the first down, but goes right back to the young man who just couldn't hold on to the last one.
Yeah, I think on the last one, he was thinking about the yardage like we saw it and turned up before he had the football, but this time he makes it up. Good tough catch right there. Behind him a little bit. Hangs on to it through the tough tackle.
You know who's over there on the tackle?
Our guy.
Third down, rolling out. Hunt has room if he wants to run it. Instead wants the big play and sidearms it a la Patrick Mahomes. And the catch made by Daffin, who's got the first down right at midfield.
And all he had to do was the no-look there to look more like Mahomes. But that was a good, again, backyard ball. And I agree with you guys now after these last few series of plays. He feels better rolling out, passing the football.
And I think that time the concept got a little messed up because two receivers were in the same area.
Drop it down low here. And good job by Daffin to
almost underarms that thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Daffin just broke off. He just broke off from the original plan and started going to the center of the field.
Most of our viewers too young to remember Dan Quisenberry, but had a little of that look too.
Okay.
To it here. 7-0 Jackson on top, and they're moving the football as well here. Pritchard Stadium, Viger Wolves down 7-0 on the Andy Citron Injury Attorneys, brought to you by Alabama Power. .5:54 to go in the second. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett, Amanda Booz on the sideline. Jared Kihas, our huge Friday Night Rivals crew, including David Sharp, our statistician, feverishly scribbling a note, which he's about to hand me like it's 7th grade biology class.
Trying to make us look good. Not easy.
First down and Dejan Hunt pitches it late, and a flag. Metro by T-Mobile flag to be exact.
It has been a flag fest thus far.
T-Mobile getting a very good return on investment.
Yes, they are.
Goes back against the Aggies.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards. Spotted a foul. Replay first down.
So another holding call. This one will back him all the way back to the 39-yard line.
Back to the NFL last night, so I guess there's now a premium put on calling holding more often.
Holding and hands to the face. Both as we see the flags there. 11 Metro by T-Mobile flags. Hunt rolling out. Was that one just in front of Daffin, the intended receiver?
Yeah, it took a lot of arm to make that one complete. Go ahead.
He's got a lot of arm. But I guess so the coaches around the NFL were saying there's too much holding going on. Well, their team also has offensive linemen. You know, whoever's doing the complaining about it,
right?
You know, they may be getting flagged just as much.
But it makes for such a great TV product.
Oh, man. Between that and the micro hurricane going on in Jacksonville last night.
Leverett wants to throw it this time. Now there's a flag as Williams was in coverage down there as we're trying to.
Yeah, he may have saw that he was beat and kind of reached out there and saved the touchdown.
Campbell was trying to get by him, and they gave it off to Scooby Leverett there, and
a little flea flicker type of play.
Metro by T-Mobile will bring you this announcement.
Yep.
Once again, you get penalized and then you get it right back.
Yeah, second in Midtown.
A pass interference on the defense. 15 yards, previous spot. Replay second down.
But not an automatic first down in high school. So now we got 2nd and 6.
I'll say that was a smart foul.
Hunt rolls out, set up a little screen, gets it off to Bell, and Bell is stood up there by DeMarcus Jones. And
guess what?
There's another flag.
Man,
I think they may call a lineman downfield this time.
Took a while to get that pass out.
Yep.
And while we wait, switch to Metro by T-Mobile now. Take advantage of the best deal in wireless only at Metro. See store details for terms and conditions. And Vic Lockett was spot on that one.
It kind of developed really slow, and those linemen were way downfield when he finally released the football.
I'll tell you, it was not slow. It was number 1, Daffin. He was streaking.
We got ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. 5 yards, previous spot. Replay second down.
He was right in between the hashes, just running a go, and had his hand up.
Yeah, they were out so far downfield. I was like, 78's going to catch a pass?
Yeah, so they sent those players deep so they could kind of set up the screen, clear out the area, Jim. And everything was looking pretty good until the lineman was downfield too soon.
2nd and 11 for the Aggies. Hunt wants to go down the middle of the field looking for Daffin, and that one's broken up. Devontae Harris was over there. David Beck was over there as well. David Beck just a junior. Harris had the 2 interceptions last week.
Well, you can tell Daffin to sprint down the middle of the field 2 plays in a row. We now found that out. He's up to it.
Williams coming over there as well. He's got 1 pick on the year, so 3rd and 11 coming up for the Aggies. How about Jackson playing 4 of their first 5 games on the road? And then after tonight, they only have 1 game on the road the rest of the way.
Wow.
And not an easy place to go up and win in Jackson.
No. Legion Field, right?
Yep.
Where you can sit on the porch and see the game.
Yeah, little stadium coming kind of in right off the downtown area.
Yep. The houses are pretty much on the 20-yard line.
That's pretty cool.
So we'll get a timeout here with just a little over 5 minutes to go. And there's that Jackson schedule. They're back in Mobile next week to take on Baker. That's a non-region game. That's a big 5A to 7A. That's a big step up.
That's a jump.
And then Thomasville, Citronelle, and Faith all at home. Then they come back to Mobile to take on LaFleur and then close things out against Demopolis. Has the travel ban to Demopolis been lifted, Dan Brennan, officially?
Yeah, it's all cleared up. An on-air incident in 2007. You know, and again, you look back at it now, you certainly regret it as a veteran broadcaster. But that was a little fun we had with the UMS Wright game against Demopolis a long time ago. That might have still been the Comcast days.
The mom of the player in question, did not seem to enjoy the broadcast as much as some did.
Wasn't pleased with my assessment.
His coach Florida had a great. He drove down from Jackson, joined us on our pregame show. We tape on Wednesday nights at the D1 Center there with AOC and our friends, and came down, brought Dejan Hunt with us. So great to meet him. And
he told me also. He said, "Listen, whenever you do that again and you need me, you let me know." And I said, "Hey, that's the way it works pregame. So thanks for coming."
Keep going back. Keep going back.
Hunt rolls out. Now he's going to be dropped all the way back at the 40-yard line as he kept looking downfield. But Jaquintus Summers with his first sack of the year, second leading tackler for this Wolves team. And boy, you can also see, you get Hunt, you got to wrap up. He's not easily going down.
No, there was good coverage back there by 29.
He actually dropped the ball and fumbled it on the second. It was able to get it back.
Abrams was over there as well. And so now they're backed up all the way to the 40. So 4th and 20. Better punt this time, and rolls all the way back, goes off the hands, picked up, and going in for the score is Kayshawn Taylor.
Yeah, I did see him touch it, but I didn't know if you can advance it.
You can't advance it, actually. Once it was touched there, they're going to get it at the 15. But the best punt of the night by Chris Jones. And now Viger's defense is going to have to come right back out there. They've been on the field a lot here in the first half.
They have, and they've had to keep up the competitive fires.
He was in, didn't know whether he wants to get it or not, and then right there looks like he touched it.
Yeah, not by much.
You'd have to be on the field and know it, and the refs are on the field.
Tyshawn Jones really, it kind of took the hopper. It came back at you.
Yeah, he was kind of chasing it, and it bounced back to him.
Kick by Green. Recovered by White. Have first down.
Yeah, he was indecisive about it. He was thinking he was going to go ahead and grab it and down it there, but
Coach,
I think he changed his mind as his hand went up, and that oblong ball will do different things.
Coach Scott is saying he didn't touch it. He didn't touch it.
Well, if he didn't touch it, Coach Scott's got a good argument because that's the whole point here.
Yeah. So down to the 15, out of the backfield. Bell inside the 10, and now they throw some flags, and this one is not going. The touchdown is not going to count. 2 flags, and boy, sometimes you see that after a call that goes against.
Did you notice the ref wasn't even lined up correctly?
Well, and
he was running down here to the goal line, and he was setting up back here behind the offense.
And I thought Bell might have been. I thought Bell might have been moving prior to the snap. But we get 2 flags here by
downfield blocks, I think, right?
T-Mobile. So we're holding against the Aggies.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards. Spotted a foul.
Metro by T-Mobile is going to pull all of their national advertising and instead just advertise
right here
penalties on high school football around the country. How about that?
Not sure where.
Not sure either.
Yeah, it must be behind. I mean, Jamal Pritchett was there, but I don't think that's who they threw the flag on. Coach Flournoy wants to take a timeout and talk about this.
Well, everybody needs to settle down, including the refs. I'm telling you guys, I've never seen this where the ref was setting up in the wrong place. And he was supposed to be at the goal line.
Right,
he ran from the 40 all the way down there to get set up during the play.
Wow.
All right, how about our trivia question tonight? We've talked about the great job that Coach Scott has done here, 23-3 in region play. And going back since 2016, the Spiger team's only lost one region game. One team has beat Liger Wolves since 2016 in a region game, as I'll figure out if there's yet another way to read this question that's only a sentence and a half long. Who's the only team to beat him?
I think I got a pretty good guess.
Oh, really, Vic Lockett? How good? We'll talk off the air. We'll feel how.
Okay, you don't want me to.
For whatever makes you nervous. Whatever makes you nervous. We'll see, Vic Lockett. If that's because we'll see. So it's a. You know, if it seems that easy, Vic Lockett,
then it's not.
You might, we'll see. No Googling.
I tell you what, this crowd is uncomfortable as well, and they are letting us know about it.
We'll watch here on the replay. I think they got Scooby on the inside. There was that holding call as the linebacker was trying to get around, but it backs up the Aggies all the way to the 26. 1st and 20. 4 minutes to go. Bell looks his way, and now Hunt rolls, still looking toward Bell. Still now fires it off on the far side and able to get that one complete to Campbell. And Campbell battles down to the original line of scrimmage. Boy, Hunt does not give up on a play easily.
Yeah, and he does a good job directing traffic and not afraid to check it down. I wish a lot of quarterbacks would do that.
He's been checking it down all night, and he also can throw it from about 9 different angles.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
In terms of his body, right?
Yeah.
It's like a whipping angle when he throws it over 100 yards through the air tonight now.
That speaks to his athleticism.
Yep.
I mean,
I agree.
Is off the charts. I'd love to see him on a basketball court.
Very competitive, too, huh?
How about coming in to close things out in the 7th inning in high school game as well? Bell on the reception out of the backfield. Oh, big hit there, and another one is Devontae Harris, the junior.
Little swing pass there. This can be a big play or a big hit.
And a big flag again.
Not sure if referees have no shame tonight. My goodness.
Now, they do say you can call holding on every play, and they're proving it tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're calling it on every play.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards, spotted the foul. Replay, second down.
How about if it's holding if you take the guy down? Otherwise,
let's see here.
Let it slide.
I didn't really see it in that replay.
Same ref down in the corner. Seen it a few times.
Pritchett split to the bottom of the screen. 2nd and 14 for the Aggies, and Hunt will roll out to his right. Looking out of the backfield, he's got Bell again, and another flag is dropped, and Bell with a big hit on the sidelines as Devin Caldwell put a big hit on. And
I think they're going to get big DJ Jones this time. Not wanting to release the defender.
Had his hands out there on Jaquintus Summers. And that one's all the way back at the flag dropped all the way back at the 22. And when you see those arms get extended, Vic Lockett.
And you've got Jersey.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards, spotted the foul. Replay, second down.
You don't need a jury to convict you on that one. There's what, about 7,000 jurors out here?
Yeah, right. And they're making some noise, too.
And they are making some noise and making some rulings. Second and 43 for
31,
Jackson.
Yeah. Hunt will come to the near side. Puts on the brakes. Fires. Complete. Able to get it off to Scooby Leverett. Inside the 20 now all the way down to the 14-yard line. And bring up 3rd and a little more manageable here.
Dejan is engineering this offense. I mean, he is just doing what it takes to get rid of the football and get some positive plays.
23 yards
for his team.
Do you think he might have been the kid who got picked first a lot in gym class to be on whatever team you want, whatever game you're playing.
He was not the last pick.
Scrambling and slinging it, man.
So 3rd and 8. Hunt to the right side on that one, just a little in front.
There was very, very good coverage there.
Yep. And it almost looked like there could have been another holding call on that play.
Right.
Shut your mouth.
I know, Vic Lockett.
Hush, young man.
Yes.
Our new sponsor doesn't feel like they've gotten their money's worth on the 16 penalties we've had, and that's not that's how many penalties we've had. 16.
That's really the truth. We're in the first half still.
Yes.
Quick first half.
Except for the 16 penalties that have stopped things, and we'll get a timeout.
Timeout.
With a minute 57 to go as Jackson.
That's their second charge timeout of the half.
It feels like they've had the ball the whole second quarter.
Yeah, they kind of have, and they've piled up some numbers. We'll check at halftime.
See what we've got going on in Region 1 and Jackson and Viger. You can see why this game is the Friday night rivals game. And you got Citronelle 4-0 on the year.
How about Faith?
Faith with a great 3-0 start. They were off the first week. Of course, Jack French. I mean, the trend is your friend with Jack French when he comes to your program, and he's going to turn things.
That guy's a
around.
football coach.
Oh, he's just he's done it here. He's done it in Mississippi.
I think he could line us up and we'll be competitive.
Well, he doesn't do it with the real complicated schemes. We remember at Baker, they were just very physical.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, you need that in football.
Yep.
Number one would be good to make it a priority.
And you can see that Satsuma team just 1-3 on the year, 0-2 in the region. That's a much improved Satsuma squad.
Coach Scott was telling us before the game. He was very complimentary, unsolicited about how well Satsuma played against them, the Gators.
Coach Flournoy coming into a history-rich program at Jackson. Of course, in 2011, Coach Danny Powell's first year. They go 15-0 and win state. And of course, they also had a state championship back in 1979 up in Jackson. And a legendary head coach, of course, was at Leroy. Great things up there. And 4th down, 4th and 8, Hunt. Right side, steps up, flips it to the back of the end zone.
Oh, man.
Complete.
Looks like he caught it, but just ran out of real estate, huh?
Had Campbell back there. Williams was closing in, and Viger's defense comes up with a big stop there. Because
after playing all the half to muster up the energy to make a stop on that 4th down play, that shows the moxie of the Wolves.
Going up, and that was just too long. Couldn't hold on to it either. And Williams was there to make sure that it got knocked away. And so now Brennan May Jordan brings the Wolves offense back out here with a minute 49 left in the first half. Jackson only had 10 men out on the field there, and we see May Jordan keep it himself, and he's got 4 touchdowns rushing on the year, and took a big lick there on the play.
You can have less men, but not more men. It's not a foul.
No. A good look there at Brennan May Jordan. You can just see he's going to grow up into a quarterback that's going to be fun to watch. Just a sophomore at 5'10", 160 pounds. Of that 5'10", a lot of it's got to be on your shoulders because there's a lot placed on there.
Yep, you're right. Again, both these schools and programs and communities, always high expectations.
Yep.
They win in Jackson. They win at Viger. And so you've got, again, Viger was the one that was hit hard by the attrition, Jim.
Sure.
25 seniors leave a team from last year that nearly won the state. Some say should have won the state.
In a 5A school as well.
Yeah. So you got a lot of young pups out here for the Wolves trying to, find their way early in 2019.
And other programs that would wreck their team.
Right.
2nd and short, Towner turns the corner. He's going to have the first down and more up toward midfield. And finally brought down there just across midfield, and a big ankle grabbing tackle there.
You better grab him by the ankles and squeeze them together. Otherwise, those high tackles, he's just going to run through those.
22 yards on the gain there for Towner before Bell, starting running back and linebacker, second leading tackler on this Aggie team, made the stop.
Maybe now you get Williams involved in the offense, number one.
May Jordan steps up with pressure from Jackson, and he's brought down. Glover Jackson.
I'll tell you what, that zero technique, Glover Jackson, I mean, he is something.
Second sack of the night on the young Viger quarterback.
He just goes to work in the middle there. Keeps fighting through, keeps running to the football, and rewards himself with a nice sack. Pads his stats.
Yes, really don't know.
Fought through the block of Towner, who's a big
kid himself.
Right.
So whatever the offensive plan was, they had three split wide near side, and the quarterback just never got a chance to really see what was what.
Well, whatever plan they have, they better include blocking Glover Jackson.
And they tried.
He's going against DeMontre Pritchett, who's 5'11", 330.
Hey, one of the great things we've added to the broadcast on Friday Night Rivals this year is our Synovus PB&J Challenge, as Synovus has partnered with Feeding the Gulf Coast and Friday Night Rivals to raise awareness for food insecurity that plagues 1 in 4 kids here in South Alabama. And each week, both teams are challenged to see who can come up with the most amount of peanut butter and jelly. The school that does gets $250, and then at the end of the year, one school is going to get a check for $1,250. And last year, Feeding the Gulf Coast fed over 3,000 children, and we had a huge record-setting night in peanut butter and jelly collections. We'll tell you about at halftime. Well, actually, Amanda Will, and as Dan Brennan said, they want to get Sidney Williams on the offensive side involved, and here's why, as he is all the way down near the 30-yard line.
I like the play call, too. Vic.
Yeah, very nice wide receiver screen, and he just comes all the way, traverses the entire field, switches the ball in the right hand so he can free his left hand up to do some more of that stiff arming he loves to do. He gets the Wolves in good shape.
30, and now
trying to clock it there.
Yeah, with 40 seconds. Able to do that, and you see.
Not used to getting under center, so he almost missed the exchange.
Yeah, but you can see Williams, one of those. Oh.
Ball start on the offense, 5 yards.
It didn't look
first
right.
Down.
I will agree with him there. It didn't look right.
Metro by T-Mobile flag. I mean, Williams legit guy to take it to the end zone every time he touches the football. You can see that early on in this one.
4.4, 4.5 speed. Big tall kid with long arms to stiff arm.
A lot of good there you just described, Vic Lockett.
Uh-huh.
May Jordan up the middle, pulls it down, has a little gap, and now he wants to get it to the outside. Still on his feet, trying to get out of bounds. He'll be wrestled down inbounds.
Yeah, I think he intended on climbing the pocket, but as he climbs it here, he just go ahead and decides to tuck it away.
Scott with a good job to chase him all the way down. And
got to clock it right now.
They do that with 5 seconds left, but this is going to be a shot at the end zone, you would think. Viger has kind of struggled in the point after kicking so far this year, so you get one chance.
Let's just really call it like it is. This is going to be a shot at Sidney Williams, right?
That makes sense to me.
Not an offensive play caller, what you were known for, Vic Lockett, but this is who you want to get it to. But you also got Paul Jackson, 6'2", 205, lined up just inside Williams. And May Jordan looking for Williams, and it's picked off. Got deflected off the hands, and
if they were going for Sidney Williams, he was double covered.
Scooby Leverett with another play here tonight as he look at a little hobble as he got pulled down on that one, but Jackson's defense puts the shutout up in the first half as May Jordan tried to get into 4.
I think it was 5. I've never seen that kind of coverage on one guy, but that's the attention he draws, right?
Yeah, he's the guy who can go up and and get it.
Yeah, and again, it was Scooby Leverett. You've said that name plenty of times in the first half.
On both sides of the football. As we wait for Amanda to catch up with Coach Flournoy. And she's got him over here on the near sidelines. Amanda.
Thanks, Jim. Yes, I'm with Coach Flournoy. Now, you guys are up 7 points. It's a Region 1 game. Your first time out here as the coach of this team. How does it feel to be up on the scoreboard right now?
It feels good. We're moving the ball. We're doing the things we should. We got way too many penalties. It's a hostile environment. We knew it was going to be tough coming down here to play. So, we just got to come back, regroup, and come back out here the second half, and just keep doing what we were doing.
Yes, it's definitely a lot of competition on the field tonight. You guys are looking great. I wanted to say, towards the end of the second half, I noticed that you guys tried to attempt to get another touchdown. It was a failed attempt at that. How do you ensure to do that in the next half of the game to, get some more points up on the scoreboard?
Yeah, well, the play we called, we were thinking about kicking, trying to get 3 points, but we got an 8th grade kicker right now. We didn't want to put that pressure on them. We actually completed the pass. It was just out of the back of the end zone. So, good play call. We just got to execute a little bit better.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Thanks. Jim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Amanda. So our 7-0, our score here at the half. Jackson on top of Iger. Lots coming up here at the half. We'll hear more from Amanda. We'll hear about the record-setting PB&J collection, and we'll get you some halftime stats as well here at Pritchard Stadium. Andy Citron Injury Attorneys, Friday Night Rivals, presented by Alabama Power. See our halftime score here at Pritchard Stadium. Jackson on top 7-0 over the Viger Wolves on our Andy Citron Injury Attorneys Friday Night Rivals, presented by Alabama Power. Of course, we showcase all the great athletic ability on the football field every Friday night here, but also so many great things going on at each of our schools that we're showcasing. And let's find out a little bit more about that tonight with Amanda. She's back down on the field. Amanda.
Yes, and I'm with Principal Ken Harbuck. It's been a really, really great game. You guys are up right now. I know you got some Aggie pride right now.
It's been a very exciting game. We've hung in there, and Viger's got a very good team. And we know this second half is really going to be tough.
Yes, it's a great matchup. You know what I want to talk about? I want to highlight your school because you have some really great things happening right now. You have something called Career Tech, right?
That's right.
Let's talk about that.
In our Career Tech program, we offer certificates in welding. For females, we have nursing, nutrition programs. We also have industrial maintenance in Clark County. Electrical is a lot going on, and kids can leave high school ready to join the workplace, and we're really excited about what our kids can do in the Career Tech. And also we have dual enrollment where kids can take a lot of college credits during their high school years, and it really benefits them of getting a head start in college.
Well, that's awesome. Some kids can actually graduate with their AA, or you mentioned being an actual sophomore, graduating as a senior from high school.
That's right. A lot of our kids, when they graduate from high school, they're already considered sophomores in college.
Wow.
So they can get a jump start.
Well, that's awesome. You guys are giving people a jump start into their career or their college career. Anything else going on at the school that's really cool?
Well, we're just excited about our athletic program and what our football's doing this year, and
with the new coach, right?
With the new coach, and everybody in the community and the school has jumped on board and is behind the team, and it's been real exciting.
Well, Principal Harbuck, thank you so much for joining us right here. Jim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Yep, Principal. He's also pretty good on the recruiting trail. He met with Coach Flournoy, and then immediately, during the interview process, Coach Flournoy was telling us that immediately struck a bond, and that's a big reason why Coach Flournoy moved down from Beulah.
You know, how many times have we talked to head football coaches, high school football coaches, where they say that relationship with the principal is pivotal?
Our Herc Reynolds player of the game, Jerry Bethea, last week from Fairhope. Boy, we just called this young man's name. He was only playing on one side of the ball. A lot of kids tonight playing both ways, but he was all over the field last week.
Nearly unstoppable, unblockable. Now, his team didn't win, but he did everything he could to give Fairhope a chance, spending a lot of his time in the Theodore backfield all night long.
Yeah, Fairhope only gave up the one score defensively. Theodore got a pick six to Moy Kennedy, but Bethea was there, and the Fairhope Pirate fans voted him the player of the week at the end of tonight's game. We'll give you 3 players that you can vote on for the player of the week, brought to you by Herc Reynolds. You can go to UTV44.com to vote, and then we will Tell you all about it next week at halftime. Who is our player of the week? We've got a lot we could choose from so far here in the first half of this one, as it's 7-0. Viger has the lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll hear more here at halftime is what's going on at Viger High School, and also our big PB&J collection from our friends at Synovus and Feeding the Gulf Coast. 7-0, Jackson leads Viger here at the half. See our score here at halftime. 5A Region 1 matchup in Pritchard. The Jackson Aggies lead the Viger Wolves by a score of 7-0. And I don't know if Jackson's going to hold on and win this game, but they've already been victorious so far this week. Right, Amanda?
They really have. We are here, one of my favorite parts of halftime, which is the PB&J Blitz Challenge. And we are here, of course, again with Principal Harburg and one of the history teachers at the school, because they are the winners this week. Congratulations, you guys have won the PB&J Challenge. They collected 1,417 points. And, of course, I'm here with my friend Jackie Goodwin of Synovus Bank. Now, Jackie, what did you do when you heard the number of what they collected? Because they collected the most so far.
Well, last week I questioned, it was a typo. This one, I didn't question it. I just thought, okay, they really just went all out in the community. And the level of participation, that number is just amazing. And it means so much to Feeding the Gulf Coast, obviously, and the people they serve. And so I know they're proud of all their citizens and the children at the high school for all their efforts.
Yes. Congratulations. You guys collected so many pounds that it will feed over 11,000 people in the community. What was the tactic? What are you guys feeling right now?
It's about competition. We're very competitive in Jackson, and our whole community supports us 100%, and we couldn't do it without them. And so, we like to win in Jackson, and so that's what we did. We won.
Now, Principal Harburg, if you could say something to your students that are watching at home, what would you say to them right now?
I would say thank you, congratulations for having the kind of pride you did that they had, and we really appreciate them. We love them. And we just appreciate their pride and the effort that they put into this.
Congrats, and I heard this going in the trophy case, so here you go. Congratulations.
Can I make one comment?
Sure, go ahead.
I believe it was 1,714 pounds.
No,
it was 1,400. Okay. So I had a typo on my side on that. Thank you.
1,400, yes. They did a great job. Thank you guys for participating. Jim, back to you.
Just 1,400 pounds.
Shattering the old record.
That is unbelievable. Great job.
Shattering the old record by doubling it up.
Great job, everybody in Jackson, as we celebrate the great job that they did there to collect all 1,400 pounds, making a big difference. Really something cool we're doing on each and every Friday night. Oh. So 7-0 our score here at the half. All right, we've got highlights from all over the country on Friday nights. Let's take a look here.
The Bull City, Chris Hooks, Chris Hughes, and Aaron Summers. First play, 1st and 10. Wide open receiver is Isaiah Jones inside the 40. He's still up. He gets inside the 25. They'll put him down to the 22-yard line.
Jeter standing in his own end zone as he claps his hands and gets the snap. Gives it to Cameron Martin. Martin going to turn on the afterburners. He has one man to beat at midfield. Cameron Martin not going to be caught. McConkey, the quarterback, in trouble, being pressured again. A deep drop. Looking downfield, releases, finds a man, complete inside the 40. Plenty of room Flood at the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
As I'll tell you, special teams has been terrific. I was just going to say that something special could happen on special teams.
And it did.
He has the ball here, and he's looking to throw towards Spokart on the outside. Gets behind the defense. Jump ball. Spokart's got it. What a catch by Spokart.
He's their top receiver. He's lined up to the right. Bratcher rolls back to the right after facing some pressure. Eludes the pressure. Splits two defenders. Pass complete. Turn inside. Touchdown. Bearing down. Lost that football. It's been picked up by the Raptors. The other direction. Reggie Grimes, the state's top recruit.
So there you see some highlights from all over. We had some highlights in the first half. We'll get to those in a minute as well. Let's go back down to Amanda. She's joined by our friends from Alabama Power down in the end zone. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Jim. Yes, that's right. I'm with one of my friends, Beth Thomas, who has been so great this season. Beth, the last time I seen you was the first game. Now we're already in week 5, so a lot of good things have been happening, and you guys are actually doing some great things tonight here at the game, giving the parents a little break. Let's talk about that.
We are, yes. So, Amanda, starting tonight and next Friday night, all across the state, Alabama Power employees will be working at high school football games. We'll be working in the concession stands. We'll be taking tickets. We'll be parking cars, doing whatever we can do to help out, giving regular volunteers a break so they can enjoy the game, especially on special nights like this where there's homecoming or other celebrations. It's a wonderful time for Alabama Power employees to get out and support the communities where we live and work.
That's amazing, and we appreciate you and the whole team for being out here helping the community. And another thing that you guys are doing that's really great, I want to talk about the Power to Play program that the schools can get in on. Now, you guys want to listen to this one.
Yes, so this is a great opportunity to promote our Power to Play grants. This is a grant program through the Alabama Power Foundation. Power to Play grants are available at middle schools and high schools where 50% or more of the student population are eligible for free or reduced price lunches. So they're available for those schools where there's a need. The grants are good for both athletic programs and arts programs. They're good for up to $2,500. And the best news is the grants are open now.
Now until October 16th, is that right?
October 13th.
13th, forgive me.
That's right, the 13th is the deadline. Schools can apply online right now at the Alabama Power Foundation, and that's www.powerofgood.com.
I hope you guys are on your computers. Jim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Beth, for all you do during the season with us here on Friday Night Rivals, and presented by Alabama Power and, of course, our friends Andy Citron Injury Attorneys. Halftime, Jackson on top 7-0. We'll come back to get you ready for the third quarter right after this. Seven as we get ready to start this one. Jackson will get the ball back. They have the lead. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett, Amanda, who's down the sideline. She's been busy. Jared Kihas in the truck.
She had a big halftime, huh?
Yeah, there's
a lot on her plate.
Coach Flournoy looking on there as his team. I've been impressed by the Jackson so far here.
Very impressed.
Come down, a tough place to.
Speaking of plates.
The gentleman bringing 2 plates of food up this way, and definitely has Vic Lockett's attention.
That'll bring a smile to my face.
Benjamin Bennett here on the kick.
Lockett has his food delivered right through the press box window.
I mean, was that Postmates? Was it anything like that? No, Vic, just because you're Vic Lockett?
Well, you know, I am from Pritchard, so hometown hospitality.
I mean, we're not just, if you don't know, he's a legend from Pritchard, not just from Pritchard.
I don't want to go that far.
You're too modest.
They know I love to eat, though.
So good kick by Benjamin Bennett there, and carried out across the 40 is Scooby. 20 years of football, Dan. Our first Scooby? I think so. I think so.
He watched some of the highlights here.
First half, that one.
Great play by the safety.
Yeah, that was Pritchett coming over to knock that one away, and then that was the punt that didn't go so well. But Viger was able to come up with a defensive hold there, and then interception there by Scooby Leverett, and then, guess who? Scooby Leverett.
Just playing backyard ball, right?
Yep. As Hunt got it to him there, and that was a 4th down that they converted and got the touchdown on. You see the first half total yards very even, and first down 11 for Jackson. She's the 1 touchdown there in the second quarter, and Hunt's looked impressive. 12 of 19, 130 yards.
He's a gamer.
Yep. And so we're back at it here on 2nd and 6 for the Aggies, and Hunt will keep this one. He's wrestled down there. Jaquintus Summers. So 3rd and short coming up.
Very manageable.
Yeah, the positive side of the 50 already. Here just a minute into the 3rd. Next week, get a chance to see UMS. It's been a while since we've seen our old friend Terry Curtis. UMS and Mobile Christian. Ronnie Cottrell and his crew.
Yeah, out of region game.
Yep. Hunt pulls it down, makes a good decision. He's got the first down, and he squirts through the pile to the 36-yard line.
Who wouldn't want this kid on their team?
Wow. You can see why Coach Flournoy was talking about how the other kids gravitate toward him. There's a penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul.
Dead
and
ball.
It was definitely well after the play.
Yeah, so that's going to tack 15 on against the Wolves.
A little frustration coming out. Got to maintain your composure.
Metro by T-Mobile flag, and we saw enough of those in the first half for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we did. But evidently, we didn't see enough for this game.
We've seen enough to last us 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Who's that one? All the way down to the 21. Yep. Saw the Aggies got down here late in the first half, but could not cash in. Hunt rolls out, and guess what? Another flag is completed on the far side. Williams over there with the.
And is there an additional one? Nope. No.
Coverage on Pritchett. And we'll see what Metro by T-Mobile will bring us this time.
Hold the line, Jim. They'll tell you in just a second.
Imagine that.
Another hold, so backs
holding
up the Aggies.
On the offense, 10 yards, spotted a foul. Replay first down.
6th holding call on Jackson here tonight as see Hunt fired that one off, and it's complete. Comes back on the holding call. Amanda caught up with Coach Scott. He was coming back on the field after the halftime break. Amanda.
That's right, Jim. I was able to get a couple of comments from Coach Scott, and, I asked him how, they intend on getting back into the game this next half, and he said, it's not a matter of if, but it's when they're going to be able to put some points on that scoreboard and just come over their adversities right now and just really get their defense out there on the field tonight. Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. Good job. Rick Wooten came up from his safety spot to make the tackle on Bryson Bell. Second and long here.
Got a lot of size on that defensive line at 245. Marks goes 280 and Tucker 230. So a lot to contend with.
Hunt steps up in the pocket.
Steps back out of the pocket.
Bring up, slips down. Did he stay on his feet? He did, and he's going to go all the way down back at the 43-yard line. And boy, he is slippery back there. And
he's slippery and strong, too. He's got good balance.
But talk about that. Knee may have gone down there, but result the same thing all the way back at the 43.
I just like the way the guy. That time it didn't work out, but he's so competitive on every single play.
Just don't want to give up on it, does he?
No.
All right,
and he makes good decisions when he's stringing it out, too.
Coach,
he's not upset.
Coach Flournoy, defensive guy, he likes to see teams in 3rd and 31. He doesn't like it when it's his team.
No.
Hunt rolls out again, does a little directing of traffic. It's tipped up in the air and caught by Scooby Leverett. There is a flag, of course there is. Back at the 48, so that goes off the intended receiver's hand, and Leverett comes up with the catch.
Well, I tell you what, these refs have been fair and balanced, though.
Got holding on the offense. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense. Penalties offset. We'll replay 3rd down.
They have called it on both teams.
Yeah,
penalties.
I was wondering when they were walking it back, I was thinking Coach Scott will decline that because they're so well short of the first down, but that offsets.
How about the heads up by Leverett again?
Yeah.
Scooby, makes it play on a tip ball.
Third down. Third down.
I'm done talking about penalties. We've seen enough of those. Let's talk about what's actually happening on the field.
Well, that is kind of actually happening on the lines.
Somebody should have sponsored Scooby Leverett tonight. They'd have got more mentions in the penalties. All right, so 3rd and 31 again.
3rd and Highway 43 again.
Over the middle, and now there's going to be a pass interference call as Anthony Daffin, he was calling for it. He was calling for the penalty. And the flag was a little late in coming in. And another.
Well, we've had 16 in the first half. We've had 20 here in the first 3 minutes.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
There was some contact back there. Quentin Lee was there.
He was definitely influencing the ref.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards. Previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
Switch to Metro by T-Mobile now and take advantage of the best deal in wireless only at Metro. See store details for terms and conditions. So you cut it in half and make it 3rd and 16.
We got a shot here. Can this many young people on the field at the same time not know the rules? Because that's basically what the referees are telling us.
All right. John Hunt to the right side, looking with the pressure coming, fires it, and that one's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, the play call was very fortunate because it rolled away from the pressure that was coming.
Yeah, and he's looking for Pritchett down in the end zone and kind of in no man's land here, so you'll go for it on 4th and 16. And again, we see this Viger defense on the field a lot.
Yeah.
As we did in the first half.
They're hanging in, and they're getting some help with the calls.
Yeah, there's been a lot of stoppage for them to catch their breath.
Yeah, that's true, too, yeah.
May not need the heat timeout.
Daffin, Leverett, and Pritchett will be the receivers to the bottom of the screen. Campbell up top, and Bryston Bell in the backfield with Hunt and a delay a game penalty.
His arm's hurting, so he didn't throw a flag. He just went ahead and just called it, right?
Yeah, I think they're embarrassed to throw the flag at this point.
It's rare you see the officials need ice packs after the game.
Yeah, they're going to need treatment in the morning, right?
All right. 4th and 21. Hunt, pressure, rolling out, looking, fires middle of the field. He's got Daffin inside the 10, and they convert on 4th and 21, and it's 1st and goal at the 9.
Penalties be darned, right? In the face of all that, this kid can sling it from all these different arm angles, and he's got guys that run and catch. That may sound simple, but not everybody's got people that do that.
Yeah, you go in your backyard and try it, right?
Yeah, roll into your left, throw it back across your body toward the middle of the field, and they pick up 24 on 4th and 21. And it's 1st and goal.
Well, Jackson's got a lot of fight, and it starts with number 7.
Pitches it off to Bell. Looking to turn the corner, and he'll get stood up at the line of scrimmage, still on his feet. And he's going to be pushed back, and finally Sidney Williams slings him down.
Says enough of this.
Yeah. As Bell tried to get to the wide side of the field there. And
I don't think they're going to give him forward progress there either.
They let him play.
Yes.
Second
their arms are sore from throwing flags.
2nd and goal all the way back at the 17 as you see Williams there. See why Georgia likes that young man.
Yeah, among the people that are seriously courting him, most of the SEC.
Yeah, the offers will be piling up as the year goes on, you would expect. Hunt slips out of one tackle. Now he pulls it down at the 20 as he breaks another tackle to the 15, and He'll step out of bounds at the business decision there at the 12, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's thinking about his career on the next level.
You can also see Pritchett there making sure he wasn't holding. He put his hands up away from the defender.
And didn't want to get the block in the back.
Coach Scott is going to not be very happy about the missed tackles there by the Wolves.
Yeah, when you watch evidence of a guy making people miss over and over again, you have to start looking at the individual that they're trying to tackle. And I think this kid's got really good lower body strength. He's got great balance and quickness, too, and a lot of fight.
3rd and goal from just outside the 10. A crossing route to Scooby Leverett, and Leverett, look at him drive all the way down to the 3.
Leverett using leverage.
Really does. He's got good size, 6 foot 185.
Yeah, been an exciting player to watch here tonight. Probably pencil him as one of our players of the game
you'd have to
nominees.
think so, right?
We'll see if we get our heat timeout here. We will. And 4th and goal coming up. Jackson on top 7-0. It's Andy Citron Injury Attorneys. Friday Night Rivals presented by Alabama Power. All right, here we go. 4th and goal coming up. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett taking advantage of the wonderful hospitality by our friends here at Pritchard Stadium, loading us up food and drink.
Netta Ward always takes care of us.
So now they'll go, instead of spreading the field, they'll go double tight ends. And
wouldn't you know it?
You can't blame the officials on that flag, though.
Right. Pretty obvious, right?
Yeah, leave him alone this time.
Couldn't let him play through that. You didn't want him to play through that, Dan, Jim?
Not much you can do.
I don't think Viger wanted him to play through that.
So 4th and goal.
I don't think he's going to change his decision. He'll just change the play call.
Yeah, back to the 7-yard line here. I mean, this is the opening drive, right? I mean, it's been 6+ minutes.
Yep.
Now they are going to bring on the 8th
they
grader.
did change their decision.
Jeremy Houston.
But perhaps no pressure here.
Yeah, the prototypical number 98 kicking jersey. An 8th grader. Does not look like a kicker number, nor does he look like an 8th grader. And now they go on the hard count.
The Viger jumps.
Viger jumps, so you'll
Dead ball.
Be back to
encroachment on the defense. 5 yards. Replay 4th down.
Now does he reconsider again?
4th and 2. Yeah, 4th and 2, I think. Yeah, because now 5 yards in, you're at the far hash. That makes the angle. That's a tough angle from that close in.
Yeah, they're going to stick with the kicker.
Perhaps he's ready.
Wow.
I think he's also saying, we give our defense 10 points, we're going to win this game. See, Houston got the kick up, and he's got it.
And they got him running into the kicker.
Yeah, there's a flag. So now, I mean,
does he take the points off and get the 1st and goal?
I think he's going to say, I'm going to keep the points on here. Yeah, that was
pretty egregious running into the kicker as well.
So it looks like Coach Florida will keep the points on the board.
And the fact that the kicker still made the kick.
Yes, that's the key.
Well,
8th grader.
Okay, let's see now. Coach Flournoy is over talking in.
A personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Point score. We're taking on the kickoff.
All right. So there you got a 10-0 Jackson on top of Viger with 5:49 to go. And 4th and goal from the 2. You bring out your 8th grader. I think, but I really think it speaks of just what he thinks his defense is doing here tonight.
I think that's a good point. Plus, you got a kicker who's preparing for a spelling bee later this week.
And he's ready to go home and play Fortnite.
Probably. That's that does speak, I think, to Jim's point, what Coach Flournoy sees on the field with his defense tonight and how they've really held Viger in check. It's a little surprising when we looked at the halftime stats, Jim, that they were actually
total yardage,
pretty close, but it didn't feel that way, did it?
No, it certainly.
Well, if he feels that way, I wouldn't be that comfortable because, you know, Viger is known to be explosive. And 10 points, I don't think I'd sit back in the recliner and stick my chest out too far.
Yeah, good point.
1.5 left to go.
And the way this defense has been just kind of hanging in there conditioning-wise, they hadn't looked tired and looked like they've slowed. They still have been running with Jackson this season. They've just been catching it.
Isaiah Scott to kick off. As this one's placed all the way up to the 45-yard line of the Wolves. Scott sends this one back. Will it stay in bounds? It does, and chased all the way back deep inside the 10. So taking the penalty on the kickoff is going to give Viger really tough field position again to start this drive, and their sophomore quarterback, Brennan May Jordan.
Remember the receiver screen that went to Sidney Williams in the first half? Big gainer.
Try it again?
Why not? Try Sidney again.
Anything that involves him, correct?
Yeah, he's really a cut above. Just a young Viger team and kind of showing up a little bit tonight.
Brennan May Jordan in at quarterback. He's got Towner behind him, and he'll give it off to the big freshman, and he is bottled up and driven backwards. Let's go down the sidelines and get our educator spotlight from the Viger Wolves side of things. Amanda.
Yes, thanks, Jim. I am with the Principal Cunningham of the Wolves. Your school has so much school spirit, but you know what I found out? Tonight is homecoming, so it's extra spirit tonight, right?
Oh, yes. This week has been an outstanding week. The kids have participated. We had theme days all this week. The kids have been participating, dressing out, doing what they do, but the Falcons, who I'm most proud of, they have truly been involved. I think they've had more fun than the kids this week.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing to hear, and it's always good when the teachers get involved, right, with the students. Always a great time.
Oh, yes. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is that the teachers, they get here.
And we can tell that you guys care because you have a great academy program here on your campus.
Yes, our Signature Academy with Advanced Information Technology, our Broadcasting Academy, our Culinary Arts. We have a whole lot to offer our kids, and the kids actually get involved, and it's going to a whole nother level. We're going to surprise them folks with a new pathway that we're about to bring on.
Oh, wow. Super exciting. You have a lot of clubs, a lot going on, a great homecoming. You guys are having a great game right now. We want to thank you for letting us speak to you tonight.
Thank you all for coming. I appreciate y'all so much.
All right, Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Amanda. We'll come back to Principal Cunningham in 1 second. We'll finish a thought on that. Is 3rd and 10 here for the Wolves, and on the keeper, May Jordan trying to get to the corner, and he's out of bounds. He's going to be short of the first down. You know, if you look at the successful athletic programs in our area, there is one common theme. You got a great coach, but you've got to have a principal who's supportive of athletics. And we were talking to Coach Scott on the field and asking about, Coach Cunningham or Principal Cunningham, and he couldn't rave about him more or fast enough.
And we've known that for a number of years. Yep. Scott's been here 5 years now, and of course, you pointed out in the first half it was the immediate kind of electricity. Common mindset between Coach Flournoy and the principal of Jackson that made that happen, where he crossed the state and took a job in a town where he's never been before.
Yep. So good principals make for good football programs.
Yes, they do.
As well. Williams to punt from just inside his own goal line, and
a dead ball. Delay game on the offense. 5 yards. Replay 4th down.
Only fitting that we'll have a penalty on the special teams as well.
So now
can't leave them out.
Remember, we saw a high snap earlier.
Yes.
And Williams is going to stand about 4 yards from the back of his own end zone, and Leverett and Bell stand at the Viger 30. And a high snap again through the end zone, safety.
Jim called it right there, the high snap that we saw earlier. Bad time to have it. There's never a good time, but that one costs you points and possession.
And not much Williams could do on that one.
Yeah, he tried to go up above the rim again like he did earlier and pull that thing down the rebound, but that one was just a wee bit too high for him.
I think there's some people seeing this score maybe around the state on Twitter as we see our Raise the Roof Cam over on the Jackson side. I think there's some people, there's a lot of football left, but I think they'll be a little surprised at the score right now.
I'd be impressed.
Yeah.
With Jackson, this is not a nothing program. This is a program that won the state, within the last 6-7 years and is known for really good football.
Viger's
known for a community that supports it. Of course, same thing with Viger.
Viger's won this matchup the last 3 years. But now a free kick coming on
And if you just look at the score, you would think Jackson scored 2 touchdowns and missed the extra points.
Right, and
but not necessarily the case.
Jackson got their field goal on the opening drive that took over 6 minutes off the clock, closer to actually over 7 minutes. Viger goes 3 and out, and now the Viger defense is going to have to come right back out here.
They go 3 and out again. That was because of special teams. When they roughed the kicker, Jackson was able to pin them back deep. So special teams has been the story here in the second half.
Yeah, at the front and the end of that drive.
Yeah.
Bouncing kick, and it's still loose now. Viger have a chance to fall on it as it's loose on the far side, and finally hopped on by the Aggies there as Titus Caves, the linebacker, got it.
And it continues to play a role because you've got, great field position now because of the penalty.
Our trivia question, Viger's only lost 1 region game since 2016. That was Coach Scott's second year here. Who defeated him? Remember who and when it was?
I don't remember when. I'm just going to throw out St. Paul's.
That was my vote.
Not St. Paul's.
Okay.
Citronelle.
Wow.
22-20 up in Citronelle. September 8th, 2017. As Hunt buys some time, and now he'll get thrown out of bounds on the sideline. And now the flag comes in now for a 15-yard penalty at the end of the play.
Only fitting.
I mean, they were engaged coming off the field. We'll have to look at it, but I think this may be something. I think it's going to go against Jackson here. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that as far as the hit, but I think maybe something was said. Yeah, so this is going to go against Jackson.
Not the way you want to spend your Friday night.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards into the run. Replay first down.
How is the flag? Why is it thrown so late after? I mean, the play was already done.
They wanted to tantalize us with the fantasy that there was going to be no penalty on that play.
Right. I mean, you could see the Viger sideline was immediately upset because they thought it was going to be unsportsmanlike on the tackle, which would have been a bad call as well. Instead, it's a holding penalty, 1st and 20. Bryson Bell to the outside across the original line of scrimmage, and now he's got a first down to the 40.
Well, they loaded the bus with some athletes, Vic Lockett.
They did, and Bell said, hey, 1st and 20, no problem. I'll take it right here around the end.
Great blocking on the right side, too. Cooper Autry, DJ Jones, the big one, number 78.
I can start to sense a bit of the wind coming out of the Wolves a little bit now for being out there so long.
Exactly. Jim's been talking about that all evening, about how long that defense has had to be out there.
They've been up to it so far, but right now it's on that last play you can kind of see.
We've just gotten a little help from the offense. Get right down to it. The offense just has not clicked, leaving that defense to fend for themselves.
And that's not to say any poor conditioning, but any defense being out there this long.
For sure.
Yeah, just it's not going to hold up.
And with Jackson playing so many players on both sides of the ball, they haven't been out there that much defensively. Inside Bell to the 34, and 3rd and about 3 coming up here for the Aggies.
Maybe too soon for Coach Griggs to be playing the play clock a little bit here in the winning minutes of the 3rd quarter. But
well, the announcers love to talk about possessions left.
Yeah, I know. Got to do the math
in the 1st quarter.
And these have not the scores that Jackson has come up with. They've not been big play scores for they've been more methodical drives that they've made conversions on 4th down, 3rd and long.
They usually involve Scooby Leverett too.
3rd and 3,
and Dejan doing some magic with his feet back there.
Get a timeout here with 2:09 left in the 3rd quarter.
One thing you got to give Jackson a lot of credit for too. This is Viger. This is Pritchard Stadium. This is an hour and 15 minutes from home. This is going up against a historically great program, and nobody in those LSU-style uniforms looked like they were scared when they got off the bus. And again, same thing for them. Great tradition and great program.
And they've not allowed the Viger crowd to get in the game at all here tonight. The crew was very excited, unlike the Viger crowd's been most of the night here tonight, because Foosackly's brought the food as they always do. And they brought a bunch of wings and all the sauces as well, and lemonade. I had a little lemonade before the game.
Oh my God, Jim, you had some sugar? We need to make a note of that.
You know, the sugar I drink most doesn't come out of lemonade. I'll just say that. But that was an enjoyable, refreshing drink on a hot summer day. So get that when you're getting your chicken from Foosackly's as well. So thanks to Foosackly's again feeding our crew before every Friday night Rivals game here. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Aggies. Inside, easy conversion of the first down as they go to the big junior, Keontae Pritchett, and he's still not down.
Jackson may be starting to win the line of scrimmage a little bit, at least this drive, right?
Pritchett just straight up the middle there on 3rd and 3, converts as he picks up 13 and keeps this drive alive as we're inside 2 minutes to go. High snap.
Whoa.
Coming in to blow that one up this time for the Viger Wolves was Jay Scott. First time we've called his name on a tackle tonight.
Came screaming off the edge there.
Some fresh legs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
To help there, and a loss of 3 on first down. Keep Keontae Pritchett in the backfield. John Hunt, the keeper, rolling out. Eyes downfield, fires to the far side, and wow. Is he going to complete? He is. Anthony Daffin with another catch, who's made several nice grabs here tonight.
That looked like some version of an RPO.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was a single route receiver, but it was 2 of them out, Jim.
And there was no back there to take the R part of the RPO. As the back went out to block, and they pick up 21 on a completion.
Great throw, too, at the end of that play.
That was impressive.
I mean, have you seen it? Like, the way he keeps his eyes downfield on every play is just, it's just not something you see. It's tough to see that on Saturday and Sunday.
Absolutely.
When the pressure's coming. Bell on the right side. In for the Aggie touchdown. Found a little seam just off the right side and goes in. And I think you're right. You're seeing a little fatigue on that Tiger defense right now.
Yep. It's taking its toll. Just being out there way too long. Not having any success on offense. And credit Flournoy, you guys were talking about it early. I mean, he knew, he's not even from here, but he knew, he's mentioned it right before the half about this being a hostile environment. You got to credit these guys to come in here and play good football and have the lead that they have.
We're less than a minute left in the third, and Viger's run 3 plays offensively here in the third, and they block the extra point. Can't advance it, but they'll keep it 18-0.
If you could
parting gifts?
If you could advance it, it ended up in the hands of the right guy. That's Sidney Williams.
But you gotta get something dialed up offensively here if you're.
I don't know if they've got any wildcat with Williams.
I was thinking the same thing, but what can he do to get the ball in his hands?
A lot of teams that we see have got special packages for their special players where it's simply take your great receiver, put him in wildcat, and you immediately like the odds.
No question.
For your team to make something happen. Coach Scott just trying to figure out what is it going to take to get his offense untracked.
And he was telling us before the game, he said we got to find out. We're going to find out. We're going to find out some things tonight about our team. And again, it's we're week 5. This is only the 3rd region game, but he knew tonight was going to be a test. And I thought even on our pregame show, Coach Flournoy had almost a quiet confidence about him and how he felt about his team coming in.
To this matchup, got to give him credit because He'd never been in this region before. He never had to play against Viger before.
Game's on TV.
So
with
is
us
he too
here.
young to even know? Is that where you're getting that, Dan?
I don't think so. I don't think that's
naive. You coach in the state, you know Viger and the history is up the far side. Benjamin Bennett, backup running back and kicker on this team.
Viger now with good field position, and this is the time to kind of hit the switch if you're the Viger Wolves, because you are down 18 and we're almost in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. No matter how you slice it, things go perfectly. It's still a 3-score.
That's a very good point.
Game. And all right, Dan, they're going to go maybe a little Wildcat too.
Yeah, I think you guys were sneaking in the huddle.
Yeah.
It's good instincts, Vic.
You've seen enough of these ball games, right?
This is Towner. They got Towner.
Oh, Towner. Okay.
Wildcat. They've got.
Yeah, you got
Williams split out.
Right. He's down here close to us. Number 1, looking back.
Labazon goes to the far side. Just Towner grind it out.
Freshman.
Amazing.
6'1", 220. Freshman.
Not freshman. 6'1",
right.
220. That doesn't say any freshman about him.
That says college freshman.
Yeah, exactly.
To me.
And they keep Brennan May Jordan in. Quarterback, they split him out wide, and now coming too aggressively on the charge there. Maurice
Look
Hamilton.
At that freshman draw him offside.
With the hard count.
Have a dead ball. Encroachment on the defense. 5 yards.
Maurice Hamilton from Jackson says, we have not heard about Metro by T-Mobile for a good 2.5 minutes of broadcast time here. Let's make sure we get it back out here. So
doesn't result in a first down? Oh, it does. He's waving the sticks down.
Yep. So I'm not sure once the sticks, well, they started the clock and the sticks weren't reset. Now just 3 seconds left when they get the snap off, and Towner's got a hole on the left side, and looks like we're going to see more of that to start the fourth quarter for the Viger Wolves.
Nice job by Jerry Lazon with that block out there. Give him some room to work.
7 on first down is we're through 3 on the Andy Citron Injury Attorneys Friday night rivals. Jackson has come south, and right now they have the lead over the home team. The Viger Wolves 18-0, fourth quarter coming up after this. We're ready to start the fourth here at Pritchard Stadium. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett, Amanda Booz on the sidelines. David Sharp, our statistician, and Jared Kihas in the truck. And Towner stays with the Wildcat package, and he'll pick up the first down here. And also on behalf of our entire huge crew working our game here on Friday night, thanks for joining us again for this 5A Region 1 matchup. The Wildcat a little more up-tempo here as you get see what we've had here in the first 3 quarters. What a night so far for quarterback Hunt for the Aggies, and now rolling out Towner, the freshman. Think about running and has the ball out wide, and you could see the Aggies were trying to poke that one away, and he able to hold on to it and get brought down, but he was looking to fire that one downfield.
And I was just thinking, if this kid can throw it at all, you know, they can sneak something out of there. And Williams went streaking straight down between the hash marks, but he never looked that way. He was looking to his right.
Jason West was the one on the pursuit trail there for the Aggies, so they lose 2 on first down.
Surprisingly, they weren't able to get that ball loose because he had it out there dangling.
Towner on the left side.
I think he's more suited for that.
Yeah, it looks a little more natural, doesn't it?
It does.
Boy, he's also one of those backs you get tired of tackling as the night goes on, but they just haven't had the ball that often for that to become a real issue.
Not at all. And kind of like he's just been in the garage.
Third and a long 4, probably closer to 5 here for the Wolves.
You want to get that big Lincoln rolling.
Yeah. Brennan May Jordan, quarterback split out the bottom of the screen. Devontae Harris in the slot, and then up top is Sidney Williams. Paul Jackson out there as well, but Towner wants to keep it.
But good blocking on the left side, man.
You know, it's 2-down territory, but it's not going to be needed as he's going to get it all the way down to the 11. It'll be 1st and 10 from just outside the 10.
You know what's interesting is Derek Scott and his offense, they're almost doing exactly the opposite of what you would do suddenly down 18.
Yeah, right.
Going into the fourth quarter where you're just lining it up and you're taking your big back and you're saying, you know, we're not going to get 18 until we get 7 or 6. And they're just grinding it, trying to get that first touchdown.
The game's still well within reach.
Looks bad on the scoreboard, but you're right, Vic.
And now Viger's going to take a timeout prior to the snap. Oh, that's one you didn't want to burn.
Right. You're good. You might need one of those. You're almost certainly going to if you mount a comeback here.
You think he was concerned he's going to get some kind of penalty in terms of the formation, or just didn't like what he called?
Probably didn't like what Jackson was doing defensively.
Yeah.
Here's what Viger has after tonight's tough region matchup. Oh, yeah, we'll also jump up 2 classes and take on Murphy in their big other rival on the schedule in a non-region matchup. And Murphy, Coach Rico doing the job there as they're off to a great start. Then they got LaFleur, Faith, unbeaten coming into this week.
Yeah.
At Citronelle.
The French effect, huh?
Yeah. How about
Faith?
Yeah. How about your week 10 non-region game taking on Opelika? And of course they lost that game last year up there by a point, if I remember. And
that
was home. They come back.
That
down
was
here.
last year's team.
Yes.
You know, that was a great Viger team.
Yep.
This group is learning on the job, obviously.
And Williamson rounds out their schedule.
Just not as explosive offensively. We haven't seen that yet tonight.
I'm not sure last year's team, and I know Coach Scott's, ready to be done talking about. I'm not sure they've given up 18 points by week 5 of the season last year. Rolling out. Looking to drop it back to the quarterback, diving for it at the 1. They're going to say he's down as Towner comes back to Brandon May Jordan.
Well, I just looked at the depth chart here, and he is the backup quarterback. So apparently he's took some snaps there.
Okay. Brandon May Jordan.
How did he get that open, Vic Lockett?
Well, he traversed all the way across the formation.
Okay.
And snuck out late. That usually works on college and pro teams.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That makes
Get
sense.
the flow going one way and somebody sneak out the back door.
First and goal, and Towner stood up at the 1. 2nd and goal coming up. Now Towner lost his helmet, and so he's going to have to come out for a play.
Wow.
That's big.
That is big.
Because on the 1, whether you line him up at fullback or at tailback or at quarterback,
he's your guy, right?
Right.
Yeah, you'd like to see him get on the center and just nudge it on in there.
1st and goal back to just outside the 5. Yep, that was the big shift as they bring everybody down to the bottom side, and they'll come behind him. Brandon May Jordan stood up, and he'll get a couple. But boy, that closed down quickly, Vic Lockett.
Yeah, you're trying to overload the formation in one way, but you know what counters that? When the defense adjusts to it. And that's what they did.
And they did. And
they didn't get outnumbered by the personnel.
Yeah, the safety's the first one to make some noise right there, and they are quickly all behind him and making the play.
Yep, Titus Caves.
Great defense by Jackson.
Yeah, so now they could bring Towner back in on 3rd and goal as we're inside 8 minutes now. And trying to figure out if they want Towner at quarterback. They do, and they put May out there. Jackson wanted a penalty, but Towner throwing, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off just inside the goal line. Is coming up with the pick is Anthony Daffin.
What's frustrating, basic football, guys, you know why you put guys in motion is 2 reasons. You confuse the defense or get an overload.
Yeah.
And it frustrates me when I see Pee-wee guys doing all this motion stuff. Dan, they already are confused. Just line them up, overload one side, and just get them extra man. Well, right there, I think they just went a little too cute with it. And they've got the power to run that thing in there.
But the penalty You got an and goal situation at the 1.
Well, the penalty came from all the motion. You said it out at the plate. That's what they wanted to do when they did the trip shift. So that's
really disappointing to be down that deep, have a powerful runner like Towner, not get it in.
You don't even have 3 points to show for all that work, Dano.
And now you're down to 7.5 minutes to go.
3 points are gone, Dano.
Yeah, they probably weren't going to try and kick it anyway. But I know what you're saying.
That's like you emceeing 3 shows and then no check.
You know what, Big? That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen because you'd fire your agent. I know that.
No.
You would fire your agent.
Plenty of charity work, Big.
Second down, the Viger defense shuts this one down. As they had Keontae Pritchett.
And either side, what you don't need right now is something we've seen plenty of tonight, and that would be a penalty. Just play it clean. If you're Viger, play it clean and get the ball back.
3rd and 9.
4 wide.
Hunt rolling out. Dumps it off. Able to get that one complete off to Taylor. And Taylor is going to squirt ahead, but he's not going to have enough. He's going to be about a yard. And now he's going to be about a yard short, it looks like.
Punt's not a bad thing for him.
No. Just get it off. Don't let it get blocked. Just get it off and
don't make him play above the rim for the snap.
That Taylor almost gets the first down, which would have been huge though when you get right down to it. I mean,
that would have been
not quite lock it up, but another 4 downs and more than likely
at least another 4 minutes off the clock.
Right, running the ball. Viger needs to get their helmet on right there.
Viger late coming on the field. And now they're going to fake it. It's taken off is Jones, and he's going to pick up the first down. How about that gutsy call by Coach Flournoy?
Well, I'm almost uncertain whether it was a call and he just got nervous at the rush.
Well, he sure looked good.
We'll never know, huh? Or
maybe if we look at some blocking
look at the left side. Oh, it was a bad snap and one hop to him.
Wow, that's what it was.
Yeah, the snap didn't get there cleanly, and the rush was in his face. I think he just made the best out of a bad situation.
He fields it on one hop, and he looks up, and all he sees is open up on the left side, and
just so happened to be right.
Play. So halfway through the 4th, the heat timeout here. Jackson putting the heat on the Wolves. Aaron Pritchard. Jackson with the lead, with the ball.
Tell you what, I know my good friend Derek Scott's going to be 100 degrees following this game when he looks at the film.
Inside.
And I can assure you he's going to get it fixed.
Viger's got 2 timeouts left.
Very good football coach.
Funny, Jim, down in the corner of the end zone early this evening, maybe around 5:30 when Jackson first came out for the first time. Cody Flournoy said to us, we were just talking about his career now. Jackson, he said, yeah, my wife said to me today when we woke up, so you're going to win tonight, right? And he said, smiled, he said, yeah, honey, that's the plan. That's everybody's plan.
Orbit.
Scooby Leverett goes in motion, and he takes the handoff on the left side. And
that's a little bit different for motion.
It was Coach Flournoy we were talking to him about, in a town like Jackson, where high school football is not only has such the rich tradition, one of the richest in the state, but it's really the only game in town, and a lot of times you're under the microscope.
The tradition comes accompanied with expectation.
No question.
So Derek Scott on this side of the ledger at Viger, there's going to be people right here in his backyard wondering what went wrong.
3rd and 7, and Wolves defense will hold here, and it will bring up a 4th and 3.
One thing we know about Coach Scott, he's had some traditional winning here. He's established himself.
He's steady.
He's going to get it corrected.
Yeah,
no question. And there, it's when you're playing you're starting a sophomore quarterback. You're starting a freshman at running back. Although we see
quarterback at times.
So So let's see here. If you're the Aggies, do you snap this or you just let the clock run all the way down and take another 20 seconds? But they're lined up at 4th and 2 at their own 30. And out of the shotgun, see.
He's going to take a timeout.
They got a player on his facing coach over there, and he'll just let it go. And he was just seeing if he could get him to jump. But I mean, the extra 20 seconds they just burned off the clock there is more valuable than the timeout when you're up by 18.
All right, so the residents of Jackson, Alabama, that are not in the
on the far
stands across
sidelines,
the way, no doubt a good 96% of them are watching this right now.
Absolutely.
And they
hello to my good folks in Jackson.
They got to be happy, and maybe they hit the get to the field house tonight or something like that.
All right, our Scholastic Athlete of the Week on the Jackson Aggie side, Trey Connerly, a senior. 3.7 GPA, cross country and basketball, dual enrollment courses that, of course, Principal was talking about there. SGA president, Boise State rep, Pine City ambassador, and he's going to University of Alabama to study post-secondary education. So
built by Bama.
Good job there by Trey in the classroom, and good job by his classmates with the 18-0 lead here over Viger with Chris Jones on to punt.
Good job by Cody Flournoy showing up in the region and winning a really big game his first year down in Southwest Alabama.
Oh, that's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're looking to fake it out of the box this time, and Jones will float it up, and he's got it complete at the 45.
To add injury to insult.
Lobs it up there and able to get it complete to Owen Roch, the sophomore.
You got to come up for a nickname for Coach Flournoy. I mean, not a riverboat gambler.
Wow.
Jackson jackpot or something.
You know, it was riverboat gambling, and then there's going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Devontae Harris, by the way, for Viger, looked like he had a play on that ball.
Yeah, and he
just misjudged.
Yeah,
he just misjudged.
Well, you know, it's funny to out of the timeout, fake all the way, and now you're down to 2.5 left in this one. Hunt says, "I'll keep this one."
He's a big gambler, or either he respects the explosiveness of these Viger Wolves.
Well, at 18
with 2 minutes left on the clock.
And keep in mind, the first the fake punt wasn't really a fake punt. It was a distressed punter who picked up the ball and ran.
Correct.
But that one, I think, surprised all of us.
Yeah, that one was a fake all the way.
Yeah.
So
play call.
Viger with 2 timeouts left as we're approaching 2 minutes, and of course Jackson not in any hurry to snap this one. Play clock at 15.
I don't know that Viger's in any hurry to call the timeout either.
Well, you know, at this point it is certainly out of reach for the Wolves, and let's get out of here without injuries. State championship isn't lost here tonight.
Pritchett. All right, so the trivia question we had earlier: well, who's the last team to beat Viger in the region? Citronelle back in 2017.
Yeah, you got us on that one.
Yeah. So how about last time Viger was shut out?
Ooh.
Wow.
St. Paul's. Does it work this time?
I think this answer will shock you more than Citronelle beating them.
All right.
2005. Robertsdale Bears.
Whoa.
That might have been the Obie Trotter time, maybe?
Unbelievable.
2005?
Obie Trotter was a star player for Robertsdale. We got a chance to see play at UMS Wright. All-state player.
Yeah, Gary Stevenson was the coach. And they get the snap off with 1 second left. And Viger trying to pop that ball out. And it came loose. And Viger's got it at the 50. With just 50 seconds left, and Viger pops it free. Titus Caves.
They were definitely going after the ball, and they were successful. Good job right there.
Is that the first time tonight that
turnover
on the
number 5 carried the ball?
Yeah, Caves comes in, and he only had 4 carries coming in tonight, but it was 4 carries for 115 yards. So maybe the shutout streak will continue here, but 50 seconds left. And they'll keep Towner at quarterback. But credit the Viger kids for
still having some fight.
Yeah,
huh?
try to get that ball loose, but now you can't. You would think you got to try to take some shots down the field and look up at the top of the screen, or the bottom of the screen, I should say. Now they're going to go up the far side, and that one's going to be nearly intercepted. Boy, Anthony Davin has had the interception. He's had the big catches offensively. He's played great tonight for the Aggies.
Yeah, their skill guys have really showed up here tonight. And the thing that stands out to me is some of the things that Flournoy told me the last couple of days, and that is that this team expects to win, and they bow their neck and they fight back, and they do. And he saw it early against Clark County in a game that Clark County kind of rallied and kind of challenged them.
Yep.
And his team, he's learning about them as they're learning about him.
Now they're going to have to take a timeout. Tigers going to have to take a timeout here because the play clock's down to 3.
So as he's coaching this team, he's also observing, learning what he's got.
Sure.
Because he has no past history with any of these players.
Seeing what they're made of.
Yep. And the indications to him the first part of the season was, we've got kids that'll fight. And that's what I saw tonight. Not just skill offensively, Jim. But kids that really go at it.
And the kids know the history of the recent history of Viger better than Coach Flournoy does, because they've been battling him the last 3 years or 4 years.
But they're from Jackson, and they know the history of Jackson.
Exactly, but you got blown out last year, and 3 years ago it was a overtime win here that Viger won 17-14. So
Lev Holly's kid was the star of that Jackson team.
You're right, but he came in here, and Jackson came in here tonight, and zero intimidation. And
well, in speaking with that offensive coordinator prior to the game, he was trying to tell me about the schemes and what formations they're going to run their plays out of, and they're being multiple on offense. But at the end, he and I both agreed it's about the Jimmy and Joes.
Yeah.
And it's the kids, and it's the
Dejan's
helped too. You all's point.
Yeah. The way Dejan has played tonight, Jimmy's, Joes, and Dejan's have been the difference.
Yes.
Keep Towner at quarterback here. 40 seconds left.
None of the Jimmys or Joes are named Jimmy or Joe, by the way.
Dropped it, steps up, looking for Williams down the near sideline, and it is going to be picked off. Jamal Pritchett comes up with the interception to seal this one for the Jackson Aggies.
A Jimmy or a Joe named Jamal. That's what you got plenty of all over the field for this team. They've just got kids that both sides of the ball really compete.
Yeah, Towner just trying to get it to Williams, and of course,
can't blame him.
No, he's got Campbell, the corner, coming over there, and then the safety Pritchett comes over to.
It's funny because this is really a bookend of plays by Pritchett, but he made a great play early in the game, coming over at safety right around midfield.
Yeah, to get a hand on that pass.
Yeah, there was a pass that was intended for Williams, and here at the end of the game, once again playing center field, and he snags it away and pretty much salts it away for the team that's about to board a very happy bus and head up Highway 43.
That is going to be a fast ride home.
Yeah,
it's going to seem
be a fun ride.
I tell you what, going up to Jackson, I've got a good guy that really does a great job with deer processing up there, and I'm sure he's just checking in tonight, and I'd like to say hello to him.
Wow, so Jackson gets the victory here, 18-0. Impressive is an understatement.
Sure.
Come down here to Pritchard Stadium and get the win. And
certainly surprising. People across the state would be certainly shocked at this score, as we were. Outside of the penalties, guys, I think the kids did compete.
Yep. Oh, I agree.
But, it just was way too many errors out there for both teams. And love to see what's happening now. We'll get you next year. Camaraderie between the teams and saying, hey, good job, man, and high fives. And this is what Alabama sports in high school is about, this right here. Good sportsmanship.
So Viger suffers their second region loss since 2017. And Derek's got 23-4 all-time in region coaching here. And there's a Coach Flournoy who in his first year and goes over and gives a tap on to Michael Towner, he's going to see that young man for the next 3 years in matchups. And
Flournoy is a guy that went to high school at Smith Station right outside of Phoenix City and played football, was a quarterback and a safety, and walked on and hung around on that roster for UAB.
Oh,
and I think he hung there for a number of years and actually was on the UAB team that went down to Tiger Stadium and upset LSU.
Ah, okay.
And that was just in advance of, not only just in advance of Nick Saban, maybe it's why Nick Saban arrived to Baton Rouge.
All right, let's go down to the field with the Victorious head coach and Amanda.
Yes, I am with the Victorious head coach. Now, Coach Flournoy, you guys won this game, 18 points, Region 1 game. What does that feel like for you as the first year under your leadership?
I thought we had the team to do it and just to get out here and perform. I'm just really happy for our guys because we got a big senior team. Listen, they had the senior squad last year. They did what they were supposed to do. This year we got a good senior squad, and, we got our sights set on the region victory, and this was a big step for us tonight.
Now, during the pregame, Coach Scott mentioned in order to beat a quality team, you have to be a quality team, and that's exactly what you guys proved tonight. What are some good things that you have to say about Viger's team?
They got some really good players. They're doing things right. They got a couple of young guys in certain spots, and anytime you lose so much experience like they have, it's really hard, but they're doing a good job. And, they'll probably, they'll have a shot to finish number 2 in our region.
Yes, you talked about how much speed that your team has. You have 23 seniors on the field, with you. And, I just wanted to mention how you're new in this role. So I know you came in with some goals, and I know you were really excited to see how some of your goals kind of came into fruition tonight.
Yeah, and so we talked about with our seniors, we had a big senior meeting before the year, and we talked about, we wanted to win our county, and then we wanted to win the region, and then from there we're going to try to take a shot at state. And I told our guys, I said, with the amount of seniors that we got, that, it's not impossible. We still got a lot of things. We had a lot of penalties tonight. We got to work on, so we got to get better. But, we keep taking those steps. Viger, that's a great measuring stick because they've won our region the last 3 years. And so to beat them, anytime you can beat a team like Viger, you're happy about what we're doing.
Yes, you guys came on top with the PB&J Challenge, and now you guys are also victorious with this game. I know it's going to be a very exciting bus ride. What do you think is going to happen on that bus tonight?
I hope it's just a lot of good times because, look, they deserve it. We put in a lot of hard work, and I'm just real happy for these guys.
All right, thank you so much, Coach Flournoy. I know it's an exciting night for you. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thanks. Go Aggies.
That's a happy coach, and he took a Beulah team to the playoffs last year, so you can't say it's his biggest win as a young head coach. It's his biggest win at Jackson. There's no question about that.
And it's a huge win, and everybody, you could have a sigh of relief up in Jackson because they know a little bit about their team, and they probably, as a community and as boosters, now think they know a little bit about their coach, Vic.
Yeah, well, Coach Flournoy said, beating Viger is certainly a great measuring stick, and they came in here and they proved that they can compete with them. So they've got to feel good about where they are, and he's got his sights on things bigger and better. And the key thing he talked about, too, that we tend to overlook, senior leadership and the higher grade players. That does make a difference. I know we're seeing phenomenal freshmen, but it's certainly great that when you've got senior and juniors on your team to make a difference.
They showed up.
And he did just what his wife expected him to do tonight.
Yeah.
Came here and got
we're going to win, right?
Got the win against Viger. All right, we'll take a timeout before we come back to wrap things up from Pritchard Stadium. The Viger Wolves shut out at home by an impressive Jackson Aggie team. They get the win, and they stay perfect in region play here through week 5 of the high school football season. Yeah, if you're just flipping the scores, maybe you're just getting home for another game in the area. You see the big win here tonight. Jackson Aggies come down to Pritchard and beat the Viger Wolves 18-0. Last time Viger was shut out all the way back in 2005.
Yeah, we watched it, and don't get all crazy. It was not a fluke at all. A lot more seniors on this Jackson team, very talented team, and they made some plays.
They're unbeaten on the year in the region and overall as well. Let's go down to Amanda. She is with a young man who had a great night, 6 catches, 69 yards, 1 interception, and 1 TD. And we called Scooby's name a lot tonight, Amanda.
You definitely did, because Scooby was an all-star player in tonight's game, made so many major plays. Scooby Leverett here, how does it feel to have won this game tonight? One of the star players.
It feels real good. Just coming out here grinding hard every week day in, day out, just going hard. Didn't nobody believe in us, but we just had to show up and show out.
That's exactly what you did. And you know what? Me and your coach spoke earlier, and we talked about just having that opportunity to have that platform to show out, and you guys did that tonight. He also mentioned, I overheard him saying that you guys just got to listen to him, and you guys are going to get there. You guys are going to win. What did that mean when he was talking to you guys over there on the sidelines?
We read that again. Read that again.
When Coach was just, talking about, hey, you see what happens when you guys are listening, and you guys are listening to his, coaching and what happens in the game. You guys actually, came out in victory. So what did that mean for you when you were, listening to that on the sidelines?
It means a lot, because some days we be slipping at practice, but we know what we're capable of. We just got to work at it and just keep up the tempo. Just go hard.
So since you're a senior, you were able to be coached from the legend Coach Powell, and now you're under Coach Flournoy's leadership. What has that been like, that transition for you under those two coaches?
I mean, both of them good coaches. Coach Flo, he's a really good coach. I mean, he sees the good in everybody, so everybody playmakers out here. I ain't the only one out here. We all playmakers.
Well, that's nice that you got to highlight the other players. It's a brotherhood out here. I understand that. Well, thank you so much, Scooby, and congratulations on this victory tonight. Jim, back to you.
All right. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Scooby.
I see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Listen.
He needs a Scooby snack.
I'm going to, if I get out of here in time, I'm going to say hello to Scooby.
And we know who you're voting for a player of the game as well.
Well, they had a number of players that were great, but Scooby represented himself great there, too. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, wow. Dejan Hunt played so well. Anthony Daffin on both sides, interception, big key interception as well, and then receptions on the offensive side of the ball. There's Scooby, who makes the all-interview team as well.
He was great.
Oh, what a!
Can you read that again?
What a great night for that young man and for the entire Jackson team to come down here and get the victory at Pritchard Stadium.
That's a good peek inside. A kid who played great tonight, and then we get to take his helmet off and enjoy
the young man
and how happy he is.
Basically a kid.
He's a kid, and he's a kid full of a lot of joy. So good for Scooby and good for Jackson.
All right, Amanda is busy down there, and now she's going to go. She's going to have to. She might get a strain in her neck as she looks up at DJ Jones.
She needs a step ladder.
270 on the offensive line, Amanda.
I'm definitely looking up to DJ Jones, offensive lineman for this team here. It's super exciting to be out here, and I know you're victorious tonight, but this is actually a family affair. Your mom actually teaches this school. Your sister is actually a basketball player for this school, so I'm sure they're out here and they're very proud to see play tonight.
Yeah. It's a big win for us, my family. They doing many things for Jackson High School right now. I'm just happy that we got this win tonight. Hopefully we can keep it going, keep the streak.
Yes. Now, what was your most exciting thing to see? Was there like a play that happened that you were like, wow, that was really amazing tonight?
I believe when we was third down and way long, and, we see, I believe it was Scooby, come and make that catch. Bring us back into the game, man. That's what we needed. We always keep our heads up. We focus on the next play.
So another thing that I want to highlight to everybody at home that's watching you is you're not only just, a star player on the field. You're also a star in the classroom. You take honors classes, what your coach is explaining to me. So what does that mean to you to be, not only a student athlete, but also be a scholar in the classroom as well?
It means a lot to me. I feel like in giving myself a challenge, I want to push myself to the next level. Hopefully it pays off in the end. I can go to the next level, which is college. And, I just keep going from there.
Now, do you have any offers, or are there any dream schools that you would hope to land?
Really any SEC school I can. Hopefully they see my performance tonight and they were satisfied with it. And, just hope.
Well, that's awesome, DJ. Thank you so much for talking to us here on the field. Now, Dan, back to you.
You know what? We're learning a lot about these kids. We had extended time here before the show was going to be over tonight, and it's been a bonus for us.
No doubt.
Oh, really.
And kudos to Amanda for giving the Big Uglies an opportunity to be in the spotlight, because you rarely see an offensive lineman get an opportunity to get out there and express himself.
Very handsome, Big Ugly.
Very handsome, Big Ugly, and very accomplished, and looks like he's going to be going off to bigger and better things.
Yes.
I know his parents are proud of him. I'm proud just listening to him, that little snippet.
Great in the classroom, 6'8", 270. That will get some attention.
That will get some attention, yes. Check.
There you see what happened here tonight, and just a big night. Scooby Leverett we see there. We see what Dejan Hunt did, and that was through the air, and also he pulled it down and ran it when he needed to, and they really just kind of held Viger in check throughout the night, and Vigers didn't have the ball very much, and that was a big challenge for them tonight, as they just didn't have the ball, and their defense was out there the whole night.
Yeah, and we thought the conditioning. We thought since Jackson played so many guys on both sides of the ball, a lot of those skilled guys played offense and defense, that they would be the ones that would wear down, but it never really happened.
Nope.
They just came in with a lot of juice, a lot of enthusiasm, and you never saw any of that slow down through the course of 4 quarters of football.
And conversely, you start to see a little bit of fatigue on the Viger defense, and it's quite understandable as much time as they were out there on the field. Because, it seems like Jackson had the football a day and a half.
They certainly did in the second half. If you look at those numbers, it was really slanted all the way to Jackson.
And Jim was talking about, they didn't have the football. You need the football a little bit to score.
No question.
UMS
Wright wins tonight as well. 23-game winning streak, the longest in the state, and we will see the Bulldogs next week. We'll be at Urban S. Clipper Stadium as they take on Mobile Christian, the Leopards. That's our matchup next week here on UTV 44. But tonight, hats off to the Jackson Aggies. They come on the road, and they get a big win tonight over Viger by a score of 18-0. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Vic Lockett, Amanda Booz on the sideline, Jared Kihas, our statistician, David Sharp saying good night from Pritchard Stadium, where the Aggies get a big Region 1 win.